Yo, what is up, YouTube? Back with another episode of Overtime Podcast, episode 14. We're sorry about earlier. We tried to do webcams, but our internet is just not that. My internet is just not that well with that type of stuff. So we're doing it just the normal way. We're just be doing it with audio only. And yeah, today we'll be talking about the standings, our standings predictions and award predictions for tonight. So. If anybody want to introduce themselves, go ahead.
You already know who I am. It's JSmooth, aka the smoothest man alive. Back at it again with another episode, and I'm ready to have some fun. Let's go.
Man said have some fun.
Yeah, you already know.
It's your boy King Bino, and we back with another episode. Follow your boy on Twitter at KingBino27.
All right, well, y'all, I don't need to introduce myself. Y'all know who I am. Same like KD. Y'all know who I am. But yeah, let's get into this, bro.
We're gonna start. Let's start with the Western Conference. So at the 15th seed, I got the Thunder. This roster, it's not that good, especially with Chris Paul out now. Traded to the Suns. There's a lot of players on this team where it's just like, wow, who are these players? So. They're going for a full like tank mode. Like they're trying to get all like these next superstars or quote unquote potential superstars for next year's draft. Yeah, that's the reason why I have him 15 seed.
We're getting the next little Curry, James. But also for my Western standings, I also got the Thunder. Thunder fan on. We want to tank this year. Want to be bad because we need to get a generational star. You need most in history. It's shown to be most important to be a good team as a generational star. There's only been a couple teams without that have won in NBA history. We need one, and honestly, I don't think there is one right now. I think it's a good second option on a championship team, but he's not proved to me that he's a first option.
Talking about Shea?
Yeah, I'm talking about Shea. Mm-hmm. So there's no reason why we should stop the tank and go for what's it called, and just try to continue to be mediocre when we could get paid and continue to win. You know what I mean? So, I think Thunder 15 seed.
Yes, sir. K Cunningham season coming soon, y'all boys. Y'all just watch out.
Yeah, yes, same thing. I think they're gonna be easily the worst team in the NBA. So, yeah,
everybody got the same thing.
Yeah, especially when you're starting Lukas Dort. Like, come on. Is he going to start? I don't even know if Lu Dort's going to start.
He's most likely going to start, but probably going to start Hami because we want to lose games. So Hami sucks.
All right.
But moving on to 14, I'm going to go first. I got the Kings. The Kings are they're just not. It's not even really about them being so bad that they're the 14th seed. It's just the West is so stacked and they're just unfortunately just at the bottom. And it kind of sucks because everybody thought the Kings were turning this new page a couple of years ago when they were like the 9th seed in the West. But unfortunately, the West is just that tough, and teams have gotten better since then. So, yeah, the Kings, I got them 14th.
Yeah, I actually have them as 14 too. Like all the points that Mustard said, I completely agree with. So, nothing much else to add.
Oh, I changed my mind. And I had the Timberwolves at 14.
This dude changed his mind in like 5 minutes, yo.
Thank you, yo.
Because now that I think about it, bro, the Kings are better than we thought.
I don't know about that. That's
because they beat the Nuggets. Is that why?
It's just like going from like, weren't they like 2 games out of the play-in to the 14th seed is kind of crazy.
And not only that, but like I said earlier. I believe that I have the Kings at 14 seed as well. And I believe that they actually fixed some of their weaknesses. One of their biggest weaknesses was rebounding and rim protection, right? They've always had a center like Harry Giles was playing minutes last year. And Harry, as good as he is, he's a foul-prone big that's one of the worst rim protectors in the league. He's got us out. You bring Hassan Whiteside in, who's one of the better rim protectors and the better rebounders in the league. Although people think he's an empty stats dude. Right, he can still bring that to the game, and he's still an enforcer inside, and he's still gonna scare people. People are not gonna want to attack him. So that's something, you know. And I just think they're way better than that. But I have the Wolves. I have the Wolves, the 14th seed. I don't think they're that good.
Bro, if that happens, Cat's getting the fuck out of there.
Cat is out of there.
Hey,
Cat is out.
and that's one of my hot takes, yo. I do think Cat is leaving. I think Cat is
Same.
going to
I think Cat is requesting a trade before the deadline.
Yep, and D'Lo is going to be going to another team once again. Crazy, yo.
Honestly, if D'Lo gets traded again, especially before the end of the year, I think that's it, bro. Like honestly, I think that's really it. Like him being a franchise cornerstone, those like dreams are over. Like this is really his last opportunity to me, because like, what is this? Like his fourth team or third team?
Yeah, but when you
it's his
okay,
fourth
look,
team.
when you think about
It's
it,
his fourth team.
when you think about it, like, okay, the Warriors traded him because they
He's still a
didn't
good
need
player.
him.
Like, let's not get that
Like,
wrong.
you know, like he just didn't fit.
But even in Golden State though, there were rumors that he was immature.
I don't
did not
remember
hear any
that.
of
I did not hear those. I didn't hear those at
bro,
all.
I'll send y'all the links, bro. There were rumors that he was immature, and that wasn't the reason they traded him. Obviously, they wanted to get a draft pick and all of that.
No, they
That
said he
was
didn't
the plan.
fit. They said he didn't fit. He
Well,
didn't fit.
Just like in
that
Brooklyn,
also,
bro. Like
but
you're gonna
their
trade that
main
nigga for
goal,
he's getting
their-
Kyrie.
yeah, true, and like everybody knew he was on borrowed time because Clay was going to come back eventually. So,
Even
like,
if Clay came back, Clay would have been a small forward.
nah, I don't think you throw Clay at small forward. Coming off of an ACL injury, you don't throw him at
Why?
the small forward.
Why? So you put him at the 2 where he has to defend the quicker guys.
Okay,
off
so he
the
should
screen.
defend stronger guys.
Either
Yeah, bro.
either way he's gonna have to do it.
I mean, I guess.
They're not gonna throw
Oh,
D'Lo
yeah.
or Steph on Harden.
I still just think Clay should play the 2 because you can't have 2 guards that are just that bad defensively.
And Wiggins also D'Lo's style of play isn't conducive to wins. Like he's pick and roll heavy guard who doesn't get to the line at all, and that is just like that's one of the main reasons why all that stuff is happening.
He's not an aggressive finisher at all.
Yep,
At all.
A point guard that doesn't attack the rim, bro, is not going to get you anywhere. So I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Get him out of here, coach. But like, yeah, the Wolves overall, their team, although they add a lot of pieces, Andrew Wiggins, I'm not that high on Andrew Wiggins. Defensively, he has a lot of upside, but I don't think the Wolves can bring the upside out of him, seeing that they're not really good at development, right? Not only that, but their pieces overall, they're more offensive oriented, and they really need help on the defensive end, especially at the 4 and 3 position. Well, they have OG, they have OG or OB, I forgot. Okogie, my fault. I keep calling OB because he's the force, but basically like he's an offensive liability basically, and it's just like, and he can't carry a defense by himself. It's like and they just got rid of Rondé Hollis Jefferson.
I mean, to be
one of the
fair,
better
Anthony
defensive
Edwards
players.
looked solid on defensive end.
Yeah, but like, who's the defensive 4 that they have? Who's their starting 4?
I don't even know. Like,
Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, they stink. That's
So, I
all
mean,
I know.
they're going to be the worst team, and and Cat's going to cross the trade. I'm calling
I
it right
hope
now.
Cat gets out of there because I don't like seeing him just.
And they're gonna get a haul for
And
Cat.
I'm a Cavs
A
fan.
haul,
Like,
bro.
That is
I
a
felt
haul.
I felt bad.
They,
for
they're
LeBron,
gonna get more than whatever Houston gets for Harden. No cap.
bro. I do
Yeah.
feel bad for Cat because like you gotta.
Yeah, he's also like depressed.
Yeah, and he's going through a rough
Yeah.
year too. Like he might need like a change of scenery. I mean, I hope he like requests a trade.
Yeah,
So
Imagine being, he's going through that and living in Minnesota.
but but to be fair, we don't even know because like we could say all this stuff, like he's going through a bad year and the Bulls are going to be trash and all that. But to be fair, like we did just see Giannis sign and I know it's not the same. I'm not saying it is, but I do think like Giannis.
Don't do that.
Like no. This is what I'm saying. Like
I know what you're about to say.
no, because like Giannis feels like he's in debt to the Bucks somewhat. That's how I also. That's one of the reasons to me. Might even be the main reason why. And if the Timberwolves, comforted Cat through this situation, which I think they probably did, they have to. That's their best player. Maybe he might feel in debt to them in some way to maybe give them maybe one more extra year. But I still doubt that because he's given them enough time. So Regardless, yeah. I don't have the
He doesn't owe them anything. First off, I don't care. Giannis, that Bucks team have went out of their way to try their best to build a contending team around Giannis, right? And not only that, but they've developed players within that system.
I mean, I said it's not the same. I'm not saying it's the same.
It's nowhere. I don't even know how you brought that up, bro.
No, because like,
nowhere near.
Dude, I'm talking about like the situation with his mom. Like, if they comforted him throughout that, and like they did a really good job, like, you know, they gave him his best friend, yo. They gave him his best friend, so it's not like they didn't try. And say what you want about Wiggins and Cat, but Wiggins and Cat, if they were good enough, they would have got the job done, bro. And Wiggins was the first overall pick. Like, he was the consensus first overall pick. And I'm not saying like they did a perfect job, but you can't sit there and act like they didn't at least try. Like D-Lo, they tried.
They said if you promise to work harder, we'll give you a max. Like, I promise. Yeah, bro. Did you not hear that? It said if you promise to work harder, we'll give you a max. That's why I extended Andrew Wiggins.
That's the reason why Wiggins don't even have a. Well, he shouldn't have a contract like that. So
he shouldn't. But moving on to 13th seed, I got the Spurs.
I do too.
Yeah, I just don't think they're good enough. That's really plain and simple.
I think it's like same thing with the Thunder. Like it's time for just a rebuild.
Get DeRozan out of there, man.
DeRozan should be traded. I don't know about LaMarcus. He should get traded too, but it's kind of hard. His value has dropped a lot.
His value, yeah.
Like,
I don't think his value's dropped that much. Actually.
Honestly, his value might be higher than DeRozan's, considering he can actually space the floor.
Yeah, I mean he's been chucking recently, but he could shoot. You know, like, he's a guy that could space a big. He's a liability on the defensive end.
Yeah, he's falling off hard on defense.
Like, severely, yo, and it's just.
And if his back is, y'all should have known that was coming.
Yeah, but like the thing is, when he got to SA, he actually got better on defense. Like, he actually improved. Like, he was moving his feet better. He could protect the rim. But like last year, especially at the second half of the year, or actually forget that, throughout the entire season, he was just a walking blow by, a walking spin cycle, just terrible on defense, bro. Yep. Just bad.
Yo, hey, he don't bend his knees, yeah. No, right?
Like he's literally gonna be what Obi Toppin is this year on defense.
Okay.
Why are you such a hater, bro?
Hey, by the way, did y'all see Obi? He was trash. You know, forget it. We'll get to
one
that
game.
We'll talk about the Knicks later, but yeah, I got the Spurs at 13.
Dude, Word not even in here, man. I would have said something.
No, but what's it called?
Not Obi flopping.
What do you guys have at 13?
Obi flopping. Yeah.
Wait, did he flap a lot in this first game?
Oh no, I didn't watch it. Who watches the Knicks?
Yeah, I just didn't want to watch that, but
I heard he was chucking threes.
I've been excited. I mean, yeah, no, I heard about that. Yeah, I did hear about it.
We'll talk about, but I have the Spurs too. I like this. The Spurs. I think it's time for them to blow it up, right? Like, I think you do. They have a lot of good players on the team. Like, their roster is really talented, and the talent that they've turned around to good. Like Keldon Johnson, I think he's a sleeper. And if for those fantasy heads, I suggest you grab him immediately, because he's one of the guys that
dropped like 30 something points yesterday, I think.
And he didn't drop 30, but like he's nice. I didn't know he was gonna be on what's it called. He even showed off in the bubble, right? He's a player that he can shoot the ball, he can slash. Like, he's a pretty nice player, you know. And like they got players that are like, that could be 16. They got a bunch of 16 point per game scorers on their team, bro. Like, it's just a bunch of 6, and then like DeRozan's like that 20.
They just can't defend. That's really
that's really the issue. And I mean, that can be fixed, but besides that,
when your two best players or your two focal points are not good on the defensive end, like, it's just best to call it wraps, man. That's just how I look at it.
Hey, all I'm saying is, yo, when DeMar
and they can't compensate for offense either. That's really another thing.
All I'm saying is, when DeMar DeRozan is at the floor, you love to see it, yo.
Oh, bro.
You know he played the 4 today, right? You know he played the 4, right?
All right, let's move on to shooting number 12. At 12, I got the Timberwolves.
Yep, same for me.
We already talked about them earlier, so I don't really have to go into too much depth. They're just not that good, honestly. They stink.
Not even just that, like.
No, they do. They stink. Defensively, they suck.
They suck, but like, there's just a lot. There's a lot of other teams that are just way better than them. Like,
True.
have,
in the East, they can make the playoffs in the East.
Yeah, like with the Timberwolves, they have like when I think that Timberwolves, I think it was like Cat, D'Lo, and that's really it. Not anybody else, to be honest.
Anthony
Anthony
Edwards?
Edwards, like, yeah,
Rubio.
Ruby. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Donovan Mitchell without an IQ. Is that what you're talking about?
Edwards is like it's his first year ever. Sure, he is the number 1 overall pick, but I don't know what's the expectation for him. To be honest, I don't think the expectation is to get them to the playoffs. Like, you got players like Josh Okogie.
I don't even think
he doesn't even feel like a number 1 overall pick, man.
Like some people are comparing him to Andrew Wiggins. Like,
oh.
Tough. I mean, except for he didn't nearly as
I got players like Josh Okogie Jared Culver who just can't shoot at all. Like Malik Beasley, I don't even know what's going on with his situation.
He's hooping though, and he's cleared to play the rest of the season.
All right, but yeah, it's just
to be fair, Jared Culver defensively, I didn't even know this until
he's a good defender.
He's actually pretty solid. Yeah, he's a pretty solid defender. So. It's not like he doesn't have use, but offensively, he's just bad. Like,
I mean, he's gotten better. You know, it's the second year.
Like I said, he's just bad, dude. He's not good.
Get off my homie.
Yeah, Timberwolves, who I got at 12. Darius, you got them too. JSmooth, who do you got at 12?
This is where I have the Kings. I believe this is a perfect spot for them.
Do we all have the same like so far? They're like all the teams like the exact same, except
for
similar Kings and Wolves.
Some of the West is going to be ass. What do you guys expect?
Yeah. So if that's the case, let's just move to 11 then, because we got to speed through these shitty teams.
You know what I gotta say is
Bino, my bad.
I had the Kings at 12. So
okay,
my 11. My 11
11
is. I'm kind of thinking about it. You know, I'm gonna keep it. I got the Pelicans here.
I have the Grizzlies.
Wow, that's kind of low.
I have the Grizzlies.
Yeah, same. I have the Grizzlies too.
Me too. I have the Grizzlies too. I think it's low.
Y'all disrespecting Ja, man.
I think you're a bit. I think you're a bit low on like the Pelicans. Like what kind of like potential they got? Like with Zion, like Bledsoe and Lonzo is low key like a good
Yeah, that's not honestly. I thought they were gonna be terrible together, but if Lonzo keeps shooting like this, then hey, that's not a bad pairing.
I'm not even talking about that. People equate Bledsoe in the playoffs with regular season Bledsoe, and
regular season Bledsoe is different. I don't
like. He can actually make threes and free throws. So I mean, like, come on, man. Like,
and to be fair, even playoff Bledsoe,
they got Kevin Durant.
To be fair, even playoff Bledsoe, he just doesn't fit with Giannis. Honestly, that's really it.
Giannis is like be a spot shooter. You're like, okay.
All right, look. If James Harden gets traded, then I'll move them to 10.
All right, you also gotta keep in mind Triple J is like injured. I heard too, which is not.
That's true. That's true. Might not come back to like late January.
It's I would have the Pelicans above the Grizzlies. So,
I mean, I expect Ja to have a great year, though.
Yeah,
I do expect him to have a great year.
See, this spot matters because there's a difference between being in the play-in, and not being in the play-in. So, I'm still sticking with. Actually, I'll switch it. I want to see the Pelicans in the play-in, so I guess I'll pick the Grizzlies. But I think Ja will have like a breakout year.
I could see it. I could definitely see it. The West is just too good because that Grizzlies team in the East would easily be a playoff team, in my opinion.
A lot of these Western non-playoff teams could be in the playoffs, except for the Thunder and Kings, I would say.
No.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Kings would definitely be a playoff team.
Kings would be a play-in. They'd be a play-in.
But
I don't know about playoff team because I don't even know if they're better than the like the Hawks or the Hornets.
The Hawks, I gotta see more. But I mean, like they're pretty nice. I love the fact that they started DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish. But we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about
that. That's a nice defensive duo.
At 10, I have the Pelicans, though. We kind of already explained that, so.
I think that's a little too low. The only thing I'm concerned about them is the health because Zion and Lonzo. But other than that, I think they're going to be good. But for 10, I have the Houston Rockets actually at 10.
So you're assuming Harden gets traded?
Yeah, I'm assuming Harden's gonna get traded like ASAP. Like in a couple weeks, I expect him to be on a new team.
I'm assuming the Rockets Harden stays. On that team.
What I'm assuming is the Rockets. No, Harden stays for like a few months and then just gets traded by like at least near the trade deadline. So that's what I think.
I guess
that's what I think is gonna happen.
At that point, then it just depends on like how strong their schedule is for the rest of the season. Because but the thing is, even with Harden there, bro, yeah, that's not a good environment. You know, like Harden could really just bullshit until he's out of there, like Vince Carter did.
That is true, you know.
I don't think Harden ever wants to miss the playoffs in his career, so he's not gonna do that.
But if he bullshits, he's getting traded. So like he's not gonna be there
unless he marries a Kardashian.
Unless the Rockets are just hoes and they just send him to like New York or something. Like,
what would they give though?
No, like I said,
know,
they're just being hoes.
Yeah,
they'd get a bunch of draft picks. That's for sure.
A bit off topic, but did y'all see like the new like trade destinations Harden added? Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Celtics.
Yeah,
honestly, I think it's cap.
I want to like no.
Nah, you seen Portland's strip club scenes?
I know. Yeah. Hey, bro, I would love to see Harden in Portland with Damian Lillard. That's a duo that I'd love to see. Bro.
I think
I want to see
CJ.
What I want to see is Harden and Jokic or Harden and Embiid. I want to see that.
Yeah, Harden could go in a multitude of places. Honestly, I think Philly is still the best trade option, at least in the case of the Rockets, because Ben Simmons, I think he's perfect for those shooters that they got. Obviously, they'd have to move Wall. What do you mean no?
Ben Simmons sucks.
Okay.
Like, I'm being so serious right now. First off, if you listen to Sixers fans, they say this: you run Ben Simmons at the 5, it's not much help, right? Second off, Ben Simmons is like
you're being so disrespectful right now. It's crazy.
I'm saying, bro.
I'm being great defensive player, amazing passer, right? But I feel like him not taking jump shots or not being able to make free throws is not only going to hurt his game, but it's also like I don't think he'll ever develop to his fullest potential. Honestly,
I mean, okay, that's true, but to say he's
mental
not
thing.
good now it's crazy, bro.
You just said he sucks, man.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, what's up with
He
you, bro?
doesn't suck. He doesn't suck. He's all NBA talent, but he's not going to reach his potential, and he's not a guy that I'd like be dying to trade for. Well, no, he is a guy I'd be dying to trade for, but like
I don't know about that, but
Hey, would you rather have him or Shea?
Shea, easy.
Oh my god.
Simmons.
But
at least Shea has.
I'm the guard.
Simmons is generational talent.
I don't think he's a generational talent. You can't be a generational talent, be an offensive liability.
Yeah, he's not generational talent anymore. That shit dead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yo. Like you can't be an offensive liability. Be a generational.
Now, granted, if he starts shooting threes and he can at least get to if he could get to 32% from 3, he's a top 15 player in the NBA.
Definitely.
Maybe even top 10. He can maybe even push for top 10.
Because teams got a guard him, which means he makes Embiid's life easier. Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
What I would like to see is up his free throw percentage like Lonzo. Like
like Lonzo. He said like
Lonzo. His free throw percentage is like very similar to his.
Whoa!
I think
What?
so.
Yo, you said up.
Wait, is Lonzo shooting out of the 40s now?
Well, I mean, if you count the.
Oh my god, that sounds so crazy to say, bro.
I mean, it's the truth. He was shooting in the 40s at a point in time.
Okay, so to the game he played yesterday, he actually shot well from free throw for Lonzo
He
standards.
shot a career high 6 attempts, yo.
I'm talking about like I'm talking about like 50-60% from the free throw line. That's like what Simmons and Lonzo are putting up. That's very similar. So
that's embarrassing.
Yeah, that's what I really want. Like Simmons and Lonzo work on like their free throw percentages. Simmons shot like 33% from the free throw line yesterday. I saw so.
He's working, but hey, y'all want to know who I have at 10?
Who?
Y'all gonna be surprised, yo. Y'all gonna be surprised.
Oh jeez.
The Warriors.
People are not gonna like that.
I don't think that's that crazy.
I don't think
it's not a bad take,
but people are not gonna like it.
And guys, keep this in mind. I made this before this last game, but
they're just not good, bro.
I'm not even talking about just not being good. Like I think the teams in the West are better, and plus, I don't think Steph is a floor raiser. And I think this year,
let's chill
out.
Oh
my god!
Let's chill out.
I don't think he's a floor raiser. I don't think he's a floor raiser.
Why do y'all have to do that, man? Like what?
Bro.
Did he not show y'all that he could raise the floor in 2013 and 2014?
Did he not have an All-Star on this team that year?
No.
Yes, he did.
2014.
Wait, come on, Clay.
David Lee.
Clay was not an All-Star in
David Lee.
David Lee wasn't an all-star in 2014, bro.
He had 20 and 10 big with him, bro.
He was not an all-star.
David Lee was an all-star.
No, in 2014, no, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
And no, he wasn't. He averaged 18 and 9, and he didn't even make the all-star team, bro. Stop capping. And not only that, but in 2013, when David Lee got hurt, he led them over the 3-seeded Denver Nuggets, bro. He is a floor raiser. You can't just sit here and act like Steph has never carried before. Like, that's just a lot.
He had Clay.
Gosh.
Look at his roster now.
Clay's defense, was not what it is today.
But look at his roster. Look at his roster now, yo.
Jared Jack. Stop.
Jared Jack was that vet, yo. Jared Jack was that vet, yo.
Either way, I think the situation. Look, the situation is different now.
Yeah,
2013, 14, Steph isn't going to get the same attention that he is now.
No. I'm not saying it's the same, bro. I'm just saying to say he's not a floor raiser when he's literally done that before in the past, that's inaccurate, bro.
Bro, but he has an 18 and 10. Does he have anybody as talented as David Lee on this team right now?
But without David Lee, he still took them past the 3rd seed. And I wouldn't say Wiseman because he's a rookie.
What year are you talking about? You talking about 20?
And besides, I don't think people understand. It's not just about the names on your team. It's about how those players fit. Like, for example, I've been seeing so many people compare this situation to James Harden in 2015 or 2017 or Russell Westbrook in 2017. But at least those teams had an identity. Like Russell Westbrook, those teams, that was a great defensive team. Victor Oladipo is a great defender. Andre Roberson's a great defender.
Who else?
Oladipo is a great defender. Stop it.
He was no.
Kind of fat and out of shape back then, though.
He was he was out of shape, but he was still a great defender. Oladipo. Stop it, dude. He was a great defender even in Orlando.
I watched every game, bro. He was good, above average.
You know what? Fine.
Not
good
great.
Defender. Fine. I'll even give you good defender. Fine. Roberson was an elite defender.
Andre Roberson, elite. Steven
Adams, a good defender.
Then besides who else?
No. That's all you need. That's in the starting lineup, bro.
I don't even remember, bro.
Who else?
And not only that, they had Taj Gibson come in at the end of the season. Not only that, but even off the bench, because that's another thing the Warriors struggle in.
Okay. Give me Harden's example in 2015 then.
In 2015, he had Trevor Ariza, Patrick Beverly. Not only that, but off the dude, come on, those are good defenders.
I'm
talking about as players. At
the time, they were pretty good.
They were still good defenders, bro. Patrick Beverly was even better defensively then than he is now. And not only that, but they also had off the bench, they had Josh Smith and Corey Brewer, who I know they're memes. Don't get me wrong. I know they're memes. But even at that time, they were still solid bench players, and they proved it in the playoffs. So stop. And he had Dwight Howard for 42 games.
Bro, do you know what's his Corey Brewer's nickname is, yo?
Dude, stop. I know they're memes, but they were still averaging like 15, 13 points off the bench, bro. They were solid bench 15? Players. Yeah, they were averaging like what, 15, 13 points?
No, they weren't. Yo, dude, where are you getting this lies from, yo?
Bro, I'm not lying, bro. Go look it up. Maybe 15. I said 15, 13, so I could be off, bro.
Yo, Josh Smith was an inefficiency machine, yo.
But he's off the bench, dude. Listen, he's off the bench.
I don't care if he's off the bench, yo. He was a chub.
Oh, yeah, I was off it. 12 points each. They were still averaging 24 points combined, bro.
Warriors roster is just, I don't want to say it's ass, but it's just weird to me. Like,
no, they have solid players all around.
It's just weird.
Stop it.
This is weird.
No, they don't.
Bro, they have no. Well, I guess Draymond isn't.
No shooting, bro.
For right now, like their shooting is suspect. And once Steph gets double teamed, they don't have any secondary playmaker.
Exactly. Thank you. No shot creators other than Steph Curry.
Kelly Oubre.
Shut up.
Bro, Oubre created for himself, bro.
Oubre is not even a great shot creator, bro.
He's an energy guy.
Thank you. Oubre is literally Montrezl Harrell at 6'7".
No. First off, Montrezl has a little shot creation ability as a big. First off. Second off, Oubre has a little creation ability, but it's not the best. I feel you.
It's not even average.
And Andrew Wiggins, it's about average for a guy like him. It's about. There's no way you just.
Bro, JSmooth is literally boosting these guys just so he can hate on Steph when they miss the playoffs, bro. I'm telling you.
Bro, you can't look at this team and expect Steph to be like.
I'm sorry.
I mean, you want to see Steph do great things, but this man gonna get double teamed.
And the West is harder than it's ever. This is probably the most talented West since like 2000s.
So we're gonna excuse Curry after all we've been hearing for these past couple years.
I kind of agree with Govell to an extent because, dude, every time.
No, I'm not saying excuse him, but I'm saying you can't expect him to just.
I expect him to make the playoffs. That's what I expect.
What? How is that fair, bro?
Yes.
Did Kobe not miss the playoffs in his prime?
When you're a top 5 player,
I put that against him.
What? Oh my God, that is unfair, bro. That is unfair because first of all, he's in a conference that's all-time great, and he has a team that doesn't even fit around him, and these players stink. Half of these guys shouldn't even be on an NBA roster.
Make the playoffs. Westbrook was running with Kyle Singler. I don't want to hear it.
Okay, stop it. Stop it. Just stop it. Yes. Now you're just trolling at this point, bro. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
But the West back then wasn't even as tough as it is right
it's
now.
Not even as tough it is now, dude.
What I've heard all I've heard for these past years
is Curry can inflate. He can, yeah.
Wait. Say
he can raise the floor like one of the greatest floor raisers of all time. Like that's what we've heard about Curry.
All I've heard, if he's that, prove it to me. And
bro,
he's my second favorite. He's my second favorite player ever. But like, we gotta have.
Okay, so what do you expect him to do for Andrew Wiggins? Make him a good player?
It's the same thing.
Wiggins is not good,
dude. You don't think the Warriors? Okay, I like the Warriors how they just traded for Wiggins because if they can motivate him, this is the problem with Andrew Wiggins. He just doesn't care. He does not have any work ethic. Like literally.
Okay, so what are you gonna do about that, bro? What if he just doesn't
Green
care?
Can help with that. Draymond Green can help with that.
And what if he doesn't care? What if he still is
that's
just
a hypothetical,
trash?
But I'm assuming that he can motivate him.
Hypothetical, but it's very possible though.
I think it's very possible that Draymond can motivate him and Curry.
And what if they can't? Because that's possible too.
All I'm saying is this: I'm trying to be consistent.
Yeah, I want to be consistent too. I was saying the same thing with LeBron.
I was getting what I was seeing from LeBron is you could put him on any team in the league, and then make the finals. He missed the playoffs. I got on him, even though his team had dealt with injuries. I still believe that.
I completely agree. Yep.
And another thing about the Warriors is that Steph's health. That's another thing I fear.
That too, but hey,
if Steph gets hurt, what are you gonna say then?
Hey, bro, he might fake injury. I can see
that. He's being serious about that, but.
Yo, Steph Curry.
Because you do know if you miss like 2 weeks, you're out. That's how great the West is. You miss 2 weeks, it's a wrap. Especially with this team.
The thing is, though, I have the Warriors making the playoffs, but we can get that. We can get to that.
Wait, what seed do you have them?
8.
Yikes!
I mean, like, is that a yikes? How's that a yikes?
I mean, I have the Warriors at 9th, so I guess.
I mean, I have them at 9. Yeah.
I have the Pels at 9.
Again, we might as well move to our 9. Yeah. So you have the Pels, JSmooth?
Yeah, I got the Pels. I think
9. At 9, I have Rockets. But go ahead.
9, I have the Warriors. I have the Warriors at 9.
No, but like
I have to fix mine, assuming James Harden gets traded. So
the Pelicans, right? The Pelicans, I believe, if we're assuming James Harden gets traded, right? Straight up out the gate, Houston's gonna drop all the way to my 10 seed, and then the Warriors and the Pels moving up, right?
And that's it for me.
But what's it called? The Pels overall, defensively, their whole entire starting 5, straight up good defenders, right? And Steven Adams, I think this year, especially like people don't realize how much he impacts a team on the defensive end. Although people just look at his numbers and say, "Oh, he's like not that good now." And understandably, he was not worth his contract before. This, I think, is around the right amount of money.
Think he's a better defender than Derek Favors?
Yeah, he's a better defender than Derek Favors. He doesn't get blocks like crazy, but he's like he's a big. He'll get deflections, and that team is going to be impossible to box out. Imagine having to box out Zion and Steven Adams at the same time.
Shit,
that's almost impossible.
The Raptors they struggled with that.
Yep, and they got smoked. But like
granted, it's Aaron Baines.
I mean, Aaron Baines is a good rebounder. He's good at boxing people out. But like, if you look at it, if you look at their entire team and their entire makeup, they got a pretty nice team, right? They got nice backup bigs. They got nice wing. Like they could be a lot higher than I put them right now. I could definitely see that. But the team is overall just nice.
Yeah,
I like it.
But now it's time to move into the playoff teams, I guess. So for the 8th seed, I have the Pelicans as my 8th seed, and we already talked about the Pelicans, so I'm not going to spend too much time on them. They could really make some noise. The only thing I fear is health, but barring any major injuries, I think they're just a really good team, man. Like Bledsoe's pickup, I think a lot of people slept on that. They kind of hated on it. I did too initially, but considering it, Philanto makes his threes and keeps growing offensively, they could be a solid backcourt. And JJ Redick gives them some flexibility in the backcourt also. So I like what they can do.
Yeah, Josh Hart too.
Josh Hart. That's another guy.
Utility man.
He could even play the 3 if they really want to.
Yep.
And then if they want to, honestly, I want to see them start doing some experiments with Zion at the 5, because if they put Zion in some small ball lineups and then have Ingram play the 4, Josh Hart at the 3, maybe Redick.
Didn't they run some of that yesterday? Because Jackson Hayes didn't play that many minutes.
Yeah, I mean they might have. I didn't watch the game honestly, but I watched some of it. I watched some of the ending, but other than that, I didn't really watch the game like that. But Jackson Hayes, he's just not ready. Like he's just not ready.
They wasted that pick, yo. Then they're not even playing either, bro.
That's honestly, that was a huge waste of a pick, because they could have got a multitude of other guys, and I was even I was high on them.
They could have just got DeAndre Hunter and put him on team.
Yeah, true.
And then get rid of Lonzo Ball to bust.
They could have got Cam Reddish, honestly.
Scam, yeah, they could have.
But that's my 8th seed, the Pelicans. Who do you got, JSmooth?
I got assuming Harden doesn't get traded, I have Houston as my 8th seed, only because I think the West is too strong. But I think Harden is a walking 50 wins, so he's just gonna get you 50 wins. Like, it doesn't matter. He could try less, and that could just go down just a tad bit. But I think that team overall, and Wood, yo, for everybody who's on fantasy, he's gonna be.
Yeah, I got him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's gonna be nice.
By the way, Bino, you're lucky that the game got canceled, because I would have smoked you yesterday with Christian Wood.
Oh my gosh, yo.
Just saying.
All right, Darius, at the 8th seed, I got the Warriors. We already talked about them, but it's just I feel like people are a bit overreacting with the team. It's a fair reaction to an extent, but this Warriors roster is honestly not that bad, bro. It's really not.
Oh my God! Stop looking at names, bro, and look at how they fit, bro.
No, because everybody before the season started had them as basically a top 5 seed.
But that was because of Clay, though.
What?
That was because of Clay.
Yes. Everybody was saying that. And you mean to tell me Clay is the difference between you being a contender and a non-playoff
Clay
team?
has some impact, though. You got to keep in mind.
I don't care.
But the thing is, you're acting like if they took Steph off this team, like they would plummet just as hard, bro. Their value is just I wouldn't say it's just as equal, but they have great value. You're acting like they
if they have equal value,
and it's not even just that they don't have depth. So losing Clay makes that depth that much liability.
They do have decent depth, right? When Draymond comes,
what? Oh my God, dude! Who?
They got Brad Wanamaker. Shut
up, bro.
Brad Wanamaker is a solid backup point guard.
No,
dude, see what I'm saying, bro? This guy just likes to boost.
I don't like him.
Why don't you like him?
You're giving minutes to Jordan Poole.
Why don't you like Brad Wanamaker?
It's just
he's not good, dude.
I don't think he's like that. He's not like he's the backup point guard. He's the backup point guard, right?
Last year, he averaged 7 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists for the Celtics, shooting 45% from the field and 36% from 3.
Like I said, he's not that good, so
that's not really impacting.
For a backup point guard, that's really nice, yo.
I don't think that's really nice.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
that's good for a backup point guard.
Dude, those are whatever numbers.
Yeah,
like that.
I don't
know
think
what
that's
you're trying
a
to prove.
good player to bring up, but I understand Jordan Poole.
Dude
probably
said
the
Brad
worst player in the league, to be honest. But
thank you. He shouldn't be an NBA player, bro. Marquise Chris doesn't even deserve to be on a roster anymore.
He's played well for the Warriors.
He got beat like 3 times last year.
He got
better
with the Warriors. He got better with the Warriors.
Before the season, so Klay Thompson should be my MVP candidate without even playing. If he means this much for this Warriors team, I don't care.
It's not, bro. Stop acting like it's the Clay thing.
No.
No. It's not a Clay thing. It's when you remove Clay from the roster, the depth of this team becomes that much of a liability. So stop acting like it's just Klay Thompson himself. Yes, Klay is valuable, but stop acting like Steph can't win without Klay just because the team's gonna fall off that much.
I like the I like the Kent Bazemore pickup. I like that one.
Dude, no, Kent Bazemore sucks too. He's been trashed his entire career, bro.
Not true.
Yes, he has. He's had like one good season. He's had like one good season.
So just tell me Curry makes his players worse, bro. Just tell me it, yo.
Okay. See what I'm saying, bro? Like you just don't like Steph because he torched your entire organization.
Making Wiggins better doesn't. That's like, is that such like what is better for him? Making him a better shooter, like.
I think being more efficient.
You can't.
Maybe a better defensive player as well. Like,
did y'all not see the Brooklyn Nets game, bro?
That was one game.
Wiggins was ass.
That's one game.
And you're reacting.
I'm not saying. Okay, I felt like this before the game. I'm not saying that the one game is going to represent everything, but be honest with yourselves, bro. How many times have we said this about Wiggins? Oh, if Wiggins can just do this, if he can just get a mentor.
I've never been like that, though. I think the Warriors are a good situation for him, though.
It's a new situation. Yeah, you have to give him that chance.
Yo, all I'm saying is I never thought the Warriors were going to be good, but everybody was hyping them up.
Not us.
Everybody was hyping up.
Before Klay. Before Klay's injury.
Darius.
What?
I know you were hyping them. You were hyping them.
I was excited for the Warriors.
Without Klay?
No, with Klay.
Yeah.
With Klay.
We were just excited to see Warriors basketball again, bro.
You mean Klay Thompson tells me that Klay Thompson drops
bro,
you.
all they gotta do is just trade for JJ Redick and they're good.
It's
not that serious.
It's not even just a Klay thing, bro. You're also forgetting Klay and Steph. They're the greatest. They're probably the best duo ever.
To be fair, I feel like you are undermining.
And when I say best duo, I'm talking about backcourt duo.
Great 3D player. If you want a 3D player, go get Justin Holiday. Yo.
You couldn't say that with a straight face.
This guy's ridiculous.
Okay, bro. Who's your AC, Bino?
Yeah, I was about to say, who's your 8th seed, Bino?
My 8. No. Hold on, y'all can hear me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now that I moved the Rockets down, my Warriors then now become the AC.
All right,
my Warriors. My Warriors.
I think this team should be good enough to make it. Like,
man,
so then right on top of the Warriors,
when the Warriors don't make it. When the
Warriors are better than the Warriors are definitely better than the Thunder, the Spurs, the Wolves.
Klay Thompson for MVP, yo.
Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all hold anything against Kobe Bryant for not making the playoffs?
Yes.
Yes.
To an extent, yeah.
Y'all cannot be serious. So with Kwame fucking Brown and Smush fucking Parker, y'all are mad he couldn't make the playoffs.
He was barking, talking all that crap to Shaq, ran him out of LA, and then lost.
Okay, stop. He did not run Shaq out of LA. That's cap. He did not run Shaq out of LA.
Kobe did not run Shaq out of LA. Kobe also, quote unquote, makes his teammates better. So,
yeah, that's what I heard.
Time out. That's not even what people think. So stop.
Yes,
that.
they do. They think that. I'm not.
No. Actually,
they don't think.
Actually, the only person I've heard say that was Low.
No, I've heard it from multiple people.
I've heard it from Low. He was like, I was like, yo, Pau Gasol average more rebounds. Of course, he's gonna average more rebounds. That man keeps breaking shots. Come on, man. God, yo.
Dude, regardless, though, I'm not gonna hold it against Steph if he can't take the playoffs because this team is just not good.
Greatest forwards of all time, not making the playoffs. Yo, I'm being consistent.
He arguably has that title. He at least it was considered back then.
So time out. So do y'all think his ranking in NBA history would go down because he can't make the playoffs this year?
For me, yes.
Yeah.
No.
I think goodness!
I can't even lie.
I don't think so.
Y'all are that is ridiculous. That is.
I was thinking the same shit with LeBron.
How can your ranking go down? How does that make sense?
Hey,
that makes no sense, dude. Stop.
I'm being consistent. Yo, LeBron dropped on my list after he missed the playoffs last year. I was like,
what?
Yeah.
I considered it. I didn't do it, but I did consider it.
But then LeBron came back this year and won that Mickey Mouse.
Bro, I don't care if Steph averages 0 points this year.
What?
He's
You're
still
joking.
his status.
You're joking.
His status is set
Okay,
forever,
bro.
bro.
I know everybody loves to ride Steph
I
Curry's
love
knee,
Curry,
but you
man,
got
but like,
I know, bro. But you got to stop, yo. Like
you
Curry,
gotta be
you
realistic.
need to hold
on
him
this,
to
bro.
the standard of the other players, yo. Just because he shoots threes and he changed the game doesn't mean that we don't get to criticize him or move
He's
him down
one of
our
the
rankings.
biggest reasons why I'm into basketball in the first place. But
Let me ask y'all this. If Steph was surrounded by defenders everywhere, do you
that
think
team would be
gives him a better
elite.
shot to
That
make a
team would be
playoff?
elite.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Exactly. With that team,
No,
would
you
that
know
team
what
be
I
better?
mean?
Shut up, JSmooth, and answer the question. Would they be better?
Curry has no
Answer the
space.
question, JSmooth.
No.
You're a liar, and I don't believe you.
With good
You're a liar.
defenders? Are you serious?
All I hear is Steph Curry has no help.
He doesn't have help, bro. That's the truth. He doesn't have help
He added 18-point per game scores on his team, yo.
on
Darn it.
shitty teams that
Hey,
didn't
bro.
go anywhere. So stop
sounds-
it.
That
Bro,
sounds
just because
pretty.
you have scores on your team doesn't mean that they fit.
Thank you. Fit matters more than names, bro. We know that.
So what type of score is it fit with Curry?
If names matter so much, the Sixers would have been the first seed in the East last year.
No. Answer me for real.
No cap.
What,
No cap.
what type of players fit with Steph? Off-ball players?
Steph works well with. First of all, he works well with another shooter. That's another thing. He works well with another shooter. Secondly, he works well with defenders. That's the number one thing.
Okay. So I have a question. So Steph Curry needs all-time spacing to be a good player?
No, he doesn't need all-time spacing. He just needs another guy that can shoot at least above average. Nobody else on this
JJ
team can
Redick?
shoot even average.
JJ Redick.
30.
They don't have JJ. What are you talking about?
What did Kelly Oubre
I
shoot
think
last
it's
season?
pretty clear what I'm talking about.
Kelly Oubre shot 35%, and that was his only year shooting 35%. Stop acting like this guy's a career average three-point shooter.
Okay. Then that means LeBron and the Lakers just
Stop
added,
bringing up LeBron. This is not LeBron. Stop it.
No. Listen. That means the Lakers just added a below average shooter. The
Who
Lakers
are you
just
talking
added
about? Who are you
Dennis
talking about?
Schroeder. They just added a dude that can't shoot
But
because
Dennis
he had
Schroeder's not a great shooter, though. He's not.
Dennis Schroeder had one season where he shot,
And he's not a
38%.
great shooter. So what do you bring it? What does that even mean? What does that mean?
What I mean is he's still based off of last season. I think he can still continue that production. You telling me Kelly Oubre is not going to continue his production from last season?
No. Because
What?
even last year,
Why?
well, I'm not saying he can't be like a 15, 18 point scorer.
Getting
Even
more open shots,
last year,
Curry,
32
all-time
out of his 50 something games, he shot 33% from three or less. He is an inconsistent 3-point shooter. Stop acting like this guy's just going out there bombing threes.
Does Curry have
And name me
all-time
the other
drop?
shooter. Name me the other shooter. Please name me the other guy that can shoot above average on this team.
Brad Wanamaker?
No, okay, no, I'm not.
I
I'm not
can't
gonna,
stand it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
No.
We still have another conference to talk about.
Yeah.
No. Let me bring up one more.
I'm not doing this, dude. I'm not doing
Kent
this.
Bazemore shot 38% from three on the Kings, yo.
I'm not
I mean,
doing
that's
this.
kind of what I
dude.
brought up. That's why I brought up Ken Bazemore in the first place. But
Hey, bro. Okay, but continue.
all right, let's just get to the fucking 7th seed. Jeez. At the 7th seed, I got
I'll help you.
Gobel's new favorite team, the Suns.
Not my favorite. Team.
Well,
I
you've been
have
having
been.
them a lot, so.
Disappointed in where you have them, but continue.
The Suns, they're definitely going to improve this year with Chris Paul added to him. Like, there's not really a reason why they shouldn't. I think they're definitely way better than the teams above them, like the Wolves and the Thunder, Grizzlies. I think the Grizzlies too. They got Devin Booker, who could potentially low key become an MVP candidate. He had like a damn near 50, 40, 90 season last year. I don't think there's a reason for why he should regress this year, especially with one of the greatest point guards of all time. And then you got DeAndre Ayton, who can potentially be one of the best centers in the league. So I don't think the Suns are better than all these other teams I have, but 7th seed seems reasonable for me. So
at 7th, I have the Blazers. Actually,
really?
I'm high on the Blazers.
I know. At first, I really battled because, it really just depends. And they could be higher. They could be a 4th seed or a 3 seed if all things go perfect, they could be a 3 seed, but I just don't think those things are gonna go perfect. I think Roko's so inconsistent on offense. This guy had 1 point yesterday. And not only that, but I think Dame and CJ, man, they've peaked so long ago, and I'm just done having faith in them. And maybe I'm thinking too much about the playoffs when I talk about the Blazers, because every time when I talk about the Blazers, I always think about the playoffs with them. But I still think they could be better than what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's a guarantee for them to be a 7th seed. A lot of these teams, it really just depends. It really just depends how they pan out. And I'm not really going off of last night because it's just one game. It's the first game. But they got a lot of depth on their roster. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't see them being better than the teams I have above them, honestly.
Bino, what about you?
My number 7 is the Utah Jazz. I'm just a known Jazz hater. D-Book over Donovan Mitchell, got to stay consistent. These guys were tripping when we made our shooting guard list.
I can see your eyes now. I can see you now. But for me, I got the Mavs. And I'm not saying the Mavs are a terrible team. I'd have them higher if Porzingis was healthy, but he's not going to be healthy. Porzingis is probably one of their only rim protectors. So it's like him and Maxi Kleber and Porzingis. I think the defensive end, he matters a lot.
They got Dwight Powell back, right?
They got Dwight Powell back. He's nice as well. But like
he's solid. He's solid.
Porzingis is a different breed, and he's their second option. Like what other scoring options do they have besides Porzingis and Luka? Like consistent scoring option.
They don't got one.
James Hardaway. No, not Josh. He's an inconsistent scoring option. That's what he is. He sucks, yo.
He can have some days, though. He can have some days.
He can have some days in one game, like, and plus their defense is not as good. People say so. Like, I mean,
what? The defense is good.
Defense is made.
I mean, when Porzingis comes back, it's going to be good.
Yeah,
let me say that.
But Porzingis is not going to play for like the first half. So it's like that's the only reason why I have him that low. If Porzingis was healthy, they'd be a lot higher for me, honestly. But yeah.
When does Porzingis come back? February?
January, February. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. That's fair. Yeah. Let's move on to the 6th seed. At 6th seed, I have the Utah Jazz. That's what I got. And honestly, now that I think about it, bro, I'm actually going to do a swap. I'm going to swap the Blazers for 6th and the Jazz at 7th. And the reason being, I just think Gobert, man, he's peaked so long ago. And I think that, like offensively, he's going to become so much more of a liability because like, as much as I like Bojan on that team, and he's a really solid player, Clarkson's a solid player. It's not like they don't have other offensive options, but it's really going to come down to D-Mitch. I wouldn't say carrying, but, taking so much of a load offensively. And, you can't really afford to do that in this Western Conference. So, yeah, I got the Jazz at 7th and the Blazers. I'm moving them up to 6th.
Oh, I think that's disrespectful, man.
What?
Disrespectful, yeah.
To have the Jazz that low?
I wouldn't say that low, but to say that about especially since it's the regular season, Gobert doesn't really have those problems in the regular season, but it's regular season.
No. It's more so because a lot of teams higher just got better, like the Suns. I think
I'll explain to you about the Jazz later, but for me, I got the Blazers at 6, and they would have been a lot higher in my list. But my problem is the fact that their backup and they don't have a good defensive backup, basically. So as soon as Zach Collins, like
he's a good defender, bro. He's a good defender, but
he's hurt. You know what I mean? And also he's foul prone.
Oh, he's still not back yet?
Yeah. And he's foul prone. So it's like, does that really mean anything? Like he's nice, but he's foul prone as well. Like he's looking like a bad pick for the Blazers at 10. I think it's a 10 spot, but yeah, like that's my main problem. Their starting lineup looks great. Their bench unit, I don't like Melo and Cantor sharing the floor together. That's just Automatic points for the
The defense for that.
Yeah.
automatic
Granted, they
revolving
are
door.
coming off the bench though.
Still, the bench units can destroy you. Yeah, like people act like just a basic point guard can't
But
kill
offensively,
anything.
they're gonna do really well offensively.
Hmm.
Now, granted, Cantor is just he's just
No, Cantor's gonna kill you. Cantor's gonna kill you. I'm not sure about Melo.
no. I'm
Melo?
talking about defensively. Cantor's just gonna get destroyed by
Yeah.
everybody. Melo's not good either, but Cantor's a different level of bad on defense, bro.
Yeah, because he
Different
can't.
level.
He's like a
He
liability.
couldn't guard he couldn't guard a broomstick. He's just
Can't.
that bad.
But what y'all 6 seeds? What's your 6 seed, Darius?
I have the Utah Jazz at the 6th seed. I think Dame is gonna. The reason why I have the Blazers above them is because that like one besides I said J Mitch. I was about to say J Mitch, D Mitch, and Jordan Clarkson. Like, what type of like offensive production do they have?
Like, are you serious, yo?
Like Royce.
It's the truth. Thank you, bro. It's the
Oh,
truth.
So Boyan
Oh yeah.
is a 20-point per game
oh yeah,
score.
I forgot about him. Boyan. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, Boyan is cool, but look at all the other teams like in the West, bro. Like, I
Ooh.
still don't think that's enough, bro. I still don't think
Like,
that's enough.
come on, man. Like, that's so disrespectful, bro. Like, Mike
They were
Conley.
literally the 6th seed
I don't
last
think.
year.
Right.
Are you mad?
That's honestly, the only why they were 6 seed it was because they tanked because they did not want to face the Rockets. That's it.
Oh,
Besides
dude,
that,
so you got the scoop, huh?
it's true.
How do you know that?
It was so obvious, yo. Like, literally, they pulled their players out just so they can play against
You're
the
right,
Nuggets.
bro.
It's obvious.
You just know, huh?
I know, yo. I just know, yo. I got a third eye on you,
Even though the Rockets, Thunder, and Jazz finished with the same record, right? You just know.
Yeah, bro. They lost all the games.
And not only that, they just knew that the league was just gonna end right then and there, right?
No, I'm talking. No, they were the 6th seed to end the bubble. thought you were
Yeah, I
talking about the
know.
bubble.
They just knew that the league was gonna be cut short at that point, right?
No, they were ahead of us before that, weren't they? I'm pretty sure they were before the whole shutdown. They were ahead of us, but then in the bubble they tanked all the way to the 6th seed. They were ahead of both the Rockets and us. They were the 4th seed.
So
yo.
wait, where do you?
But they
Wait, where do you
tanked.
have the Jazz?
Wait. Let Bino tell his, yeah. First before I tell you where I have the Jazz.
Okay.
Stu Bino's on mute. Oh, there he is.
Nah, I'm here. My number 6 is the Dallas Mavericks because I am high on the Suns and Blazers, and I would have the Mavericks higher if Porzingis is going to be, healthy. But you never know with that guy. Man, is always hurt.
Fact. Okay.
Did everyone get their number 6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with my number 5, I guess. My number 5 is the Utah Jazz. Now, reason why I'm a lot higher on the Utah Jazz than I am the other team is because, first off, they're one of the teams that actually still have continuity. Something that I think people don't really think as much of that. But like gaining chemistry with teammates is something that's real huge. Also, they fixed a huge problem. One of the biggest problems is the fact that they did not have a backup center and a guy that could protect the rim when Gobert was out. Right now that they have that, their defense is going to be elite again, automatically. Like I'm not even like Ed Davis last year, atrocious. Tony Bradley, mid, right? And you just bring in Derek Favors. You bring in Derek Favors, who's going to be a great rim protector, grab boards, box out. He has a little midi on him, he fixes a lot of the Jazz's problems. So it's just simply that, and I do think they have enough offense. Even Joe Ingles, like people don't bring him up. He's a guy that can shoot the 3-ball and play make for other guys, right? Mike Conley, they just ignore him and act like he's a complete liability. Mike Conley is gonna get better this year and gonna have a better season than he did last year. I'm 100% sure of that, right? I'm one. The Jazz are just gonna be.
I mean,
overall.
shoot. There's only way is up. Shit, with how bad he was, the only way is up.
Only way is up, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. Well, okay, so
At 5th seed, I got the Dallas Mavericks as the 5th seed. Them, Jazz, and Blazers are my 5, 6, 7. They could easily be intertwined, honestly. But the reason I'm not too low on the Mavs because of the injury to Porzingis is because I think that when Porzingis comes back, like they're just gonna run roughshod in the league. Because I think they're just gonna pick up where they left off in the bubble and just tear dudes apart. Which is a stretch. It's not a stretch, but it's wishful thinking considering that he is coming off of an injury. So, but regardless, I still think that the Mavs, they're gonna do their thing, and I think Luka's gonna carry in the beginning really well. So, yeah.
At the 5th seed, I have the Mavericks. Basically, what Mustard said, due to the Porzingis injury, like I originally had them at the 2nd seed, but when I heard about Porzingis still like missing games and like he might be out till February, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna move him down a bit. So I'm putting him at the 5th seed. They still have great talent, like offensively, especially Luka makes that team amazing offensively. He's gonna have an MVP type year for sure. But I just don't think that team's better than the 4 other teams above. So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
What about you? Who's your 5th seed?
Bino.
Bro, my shit keep muting, and that shit is pissing me off. Oh, anyways, my 5th seed is the Phoenix Suns because y'all gonna put some respect on my boy D-Book name this year, and I'm mad excited for what Chris Paul is gonna be able to do for this team. You know, I wasn't much of a Chris Paul believer until what he did for our team last year. So, you know, I'm excited, especially with the progression at Ayton. That I expect a big leap, not a JSmooth type of leap, but
Not
a
a
big
Jason
leap.
league.
This man takes the wild and no cap.
Also, Jalen Smith, I think that's the draft pick they got.
Yeah.
He could be really solid, bro.
AD. Next AD.
All right, 4.
He's next to Mari.
At 4,
At 4,
I got the Blazers.
I have. Oh, my bad.
I got the Blazers.
Ooh,
Yeah, what about you? It's low?
At 4, no, I said that's a little too high for me because I have them at 60, which I guess is just 2 spots, but whatever. At the 6th seed, excuse me, not 6th seed. At the 4th seed, I have the Phoenix Suns, actually. I think, and by the way, I want to ask y'all this before I say what I want to say.
Suns, okay.
Yeah, let me ask y'all this. If Phoenix is the 4th seed or maybe top 5 seed, and the Thunder are the 15th seed, because I think we all anticipate for the Thunder to be the worst team in the league. If that's the case, Chris Paul, should he finish top 5 MVP voting?
I think D-Book's gonna finish higher.
Because here's a recent line. You gotta remember that the Thunder, we also got rid of
I didn't say will he, I said should he.
No.
I know he won't. No. I'm saying should he.
I don't like the example.
By definition,
if we're using a lot of like the mainstream logic.
Because you use the Thunder and the
casual
Thunder
logic,
team.
Yeah, it would apply to that.
LeBron, that's the little logic, yo.
That's LeBron. Little logic. I like that little logic.
That is no, I'm good, yo. Like, cause that team also got rid of a lot of players that would keep a component to success of the Thunder. So I think that's unfair, bro. But wait, we on 4, right?
We're on 4.
Yeah.
We are gonna be surprised when I say this, but I think my next 3 teams are going to be tied. So it's like, and I think one of them is just gonna have the tiebreaker. But I do have the Lakers at the 4th seed.
Really?
Yeah, it's not because I think LeBron's
What kind
gonna
of specific ass shit is that? They're gonna be tied.
Yeah. I actually had a record for them, bro. I had all the my 3 what's it called 2 through 4 basically being 15-22, right? And basically, I believe the Lakers are gonna be kind of coasting throughout this year. So I don't think they're gonna start off well. Like simply because LeBron, they just came off a championship and they just rushed back into basketball. Like I think that's kind of unfair to them, but I understand why the league has to do it. LeBron won't be like full forcing MVP type play whatever. So I don't think they're gonna be as high, honestly.
That's actually When you think about it, that's actually a pretty good
fair.
take. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't think fourth seed is that's not a stretch considering that they just might not care in the beginning. So
Yeah. What about you, Bino?
My number 4, I had the Portland Trail Blazers. I just think that they have a pretty well-rounded team put around Dame, and if Dame keeps playing at the level that he's been playing these last, I say, year and a half, then he should be able to easily have them as a top 4 team in the West. You feel me?
I
And then I think my next 3 teams, they're gonna be close.
Okay.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yo,
For the number 3 seed, I'm gonna go first. I have the Nuggets at the 3rd seed. I think Jokic is gonna have a pretty Jokic year. I mean, let's just be honest, like 20-10-6 or something, 20-7, whatever he decides to do. If he really wants to, he could average like 25, 12, and like 8.
Yeah.
But he just doesn't care. But yeah, I think Michael Porter Jr. is gonna have a leap. I think he's gonna average around 18, 20 points. Maybe actually he could average like 22 if they really like make him the number 1 option. Because on some nights Jamal's just gonna be terrible because we know he's so inconsistent. Hell, he even proved it on opening night. I know it's only 1 game, but like I said, he literally is inconsistent. So, but yeah, I just think they'll be good. And people are saying Jeremy Grant, but JSmooth did make a point to me on Twitter once. Jeremy Grant's value was really in the playoffs. It wasn't really in the regular season. So yeah,
I have the Nuggets 3rd seed as well.
Me too. And honestly,
I as well have the Nuggets 3rd seed.
hey, bro. Hey, I'm starting it right now. I'm gonna say it, yo. I think Jokic is actually gonna try in the regular season and put up numbers. I think he's doing numbers, yo.
I mean, it's not impossible. I mean, we all know if Jokic puts up numbers, then he's going to be a top 3 MVP candidate.
Yeah. Foreshadowing.
I mean,
Okay, but
Yeah.
okay. What's y'all 2 seed, yo?
The Los Angeles
Clippers.
Lakers.
Yep, the Clips.
The Lakers.
You got the
Lakers?
Well, you got the Lakers, Bino?
Yeah, but my thing is just gonna be, I think the Clippers are just gonna really actually try this year, like in the regular season, just because like.
Oh yeah, good point.
Good
point. Same.
I think the Clippers are actually gonna they're gonna want to get their reps in, get their shit together. So I got.
And actually, I take that back. I got the Lakers second because that's true. I do think the Clippers would do that. I do.
And I think the Lakers are gonna be like, I don't really give a fuck about the 2nd seed or the 1st seed. Like, we chilling. Might even Nuggets. They might even finish 3rd seed. 3rd seed the lowest for me. Like, if the Nuggets are sweating too, then it wouldn't surprise me if the Lakers finish 3rd. But it still doesn't mean that they're not the best team in the West. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel that.
I feel that. I got the Clippers as well. I mean, they could possibly have 2 MVP candidates on their team, but
I just realized, Sugabels, you really got them number 1, don't you?
Yes, sir. You thought I was playing?
Gosh.
Yeah.
Think the game. Come on, man.
Go ahead, say it, bro. Go ahead.
Oh boy. Okay, y'all want to hear my number 1? Yo, my number 1 is the Phoenix Suns. Yes, I'm going on a limb. I'm going all the way out here, right? I'm sticking my neck out. Devin Booker MVP, right? Here's why. I was saying this before the season started. I'd say this team was going to be unstoppable. DA's defense has been consistently his defense has been consistently improving every single season. And on offense, he's been improving. He just needs to be a bit more aggressive. They got Mikal Bridges, aka Young Paul George. They got Cam Johnson, who I really would love to start. If any Suns media hears this, please start Cam Johnson over Jay Crowder. I do not like Jay Crowder at all as a player. He's just a chucker, right? But anyways, that Suns team is so well built. And not only that, but they have depth. All their question draft picks have turned out to be good picks, right? The way CP3 turns big men into greater players, as we've seen with David West, DeAndre Jordan, Clint Capella, like they've all had some of their best years with CP3 in the lineup. Like, I think DA is open for a big year. Like, huge on both ends. And I'm not just talking off, but I just think that team is too well rounded. You know.
All right. Well, enough of that. Garbage. The Suns will not be the first seed. First seed, I have the Clippers. Second seed, I have the Lakers, and that's going to factor into my MVP pick. You know, but
did you just say Suns first seed?
Yeah, but we'll save that for later.
So we're gonna just ignore how we're just popped in here with
Dude, what are we doing?
Okay, I'm literally here, so the fact that I have to pause, it means that someone's talking in the background. Unless y'all want that on the pod.
We can have you, like, fuck it. Like, it don't matter.
Why does motherfucker just rejoin?
I think he had the overtime pod role, I think. So.
What a goon.
Anyway, I have the...
He doesn't even have the overtime pod role.
Yeah, I took it away now.
Oh, you just took it away?
Yeah. Anyways, now...
The conservative Darius.
I don't
have PlayStation Plus.
I have the Lakers at the first seed. And I think y'all are just a bit... I understand, like, the mindset, like, yeah, the Clippers are gonna try, but, bro, like, I don't know. Kawhi, PG's so inconsistent.
Don't do that.
PG's so inconsistent. Like, you never know.
Season,
you never know.
What improvements have the Clippers made to make you feel like they should be the first seed?
I mean, they were the second seed last year. What are you talking about?
They were the second seed last year.
Who
Resting
said
their
that they were going
players.
to be first seed this season?
But it's predictions, yo. They were the second seed with Paul George missing games.
Paul George and Kawhi missing games. Not just that, but the team got better overall defensively simply due to the fact that you removed Montrezl Harrell out the equation, right? They did get Nicholas Batum, who's a nice pickup. They get Luke Kennard, who's another nice pickup. Nick Batum is a nice. Nick Batum was just.
It should be on paper.
Nick Batum got kicked out of the rotation in the Hornets because they decided to go young and they decided to go full on, like, you know, young guys rebuild. Same thing with Marvin Williams. But it's like,
I don't know. Batum is a whatever.
He's a nice.
Batum was washed.
He's not as good as he used to be, but he's a solid, serviceable wing.
He's a solid playmaker. I'll say that.
Solid playmaker, solid defender, solid shooter. He can do it all. And you look at the Lakers, right? You want to talk about something? You can say their defense getting worse with Trez on the floor. Not just that, but Marc Gasol got cement feet on both ends.
Okay,
like,
Trez is not that bad on defense. Y'all acting like Trez
he's not that bad, but he's bad, yo. He's gonna get
cooked by the elite bigs. That's it.
He can't protect the rim. He cannot protect the rim.
Yeah, but you have Anthony Davis on the team now. So.
Exactly.
It's 80 all 48 minutes.
No.
Marc Gasol has
they're going to play a lot of minutes together.
Nah, Gasol looked awful in opening night.
I'm not even talking about opening night, bro. You look back at the bubble and you look back.
Yeah, even in the bubble, he was terrible, bro.
He showed that he showed his age. He has cement feet.
And I had faith in him, but like, and I don't want to overreact. It is just one game, but man, he looked like really, really bad. Like
who?
Like really, really bad. Gasol. He looked like
he's not really that type of offensive player like he was before. Like,
dude, he had more fouls than points.
Yeah, no, like he's just.
This is an early overreaction, guys.
I'm not even talking about that, bro. Like even you ask Raptors fans, bro. You ask.
And he got hurt. He's an injury-prone player too.
Like his passing is his best part of his game at this point in his career.
Oh,
his passing
easily offensively anyway.
Right?
His IQ.
But it's just like at the same time, like he's so slow now, like to the point where will he be able to rotate?
Hey, I'm just saying. I was saying like it's potentially like some of these players are not gonna be as good as they were last year, and like they might have gotten worse. That's why I don't think like the Lakers have like gone like as crazy as good as people make them out to be. So.
Like I could still see him win the championship this year, but you know,
I still think there's a very, very likely possibility that we're going to win the championship. But
yo, let's move on to the next conference.
Yeah, you should actually.
Oh, let me start it off because
yo, can we just rip through the East really quick?
Yeah, let's rip through the East.
Because there's nothing to talk about, bro.
If anything, just say
chill.
Just say 3 at a time. We're gonna do 3 at a time. All right. At the 15th seed, I have the New York Knicks. I think they stink. They suck.
Oh my gosh.
I think Obi Toppin is literally going to average 5 points, 5
chill,
like 40%
chill.
shooting from the field.
You're joking.
I don't think he's good. I think that entire team stinks. RJ
Yo, you're
Barrett,
disrespectful, man.
a small, bright. No, I'm not disrespectful. They suck.
RJ Barrett's
I
gonna
don't
play
care.
way better. Like,
Do you not hear what let me finish? RJ Barrett, he's the only glimmer of hope on that team. I think he's actually gonna have a really solid season, but no one's
What
gonna
about
give a
Mitchell
fuck
Robinson?
because the Knicks are gonna be just that trash. Oh yeah,
Mitchell
Mitchell
Robinson's literally
Robinson's
their
good.
best player.
Mitchell Robinson's good. But I think RJ will be their best player at the end of the season. But yeah, overall they're just gonna be
What would he have
trash.
to do to improve from?
Where do I don't care. They stink.
I'm
moving
just
on-
asking you a question.
Oh, who? Who?
This nigga, what does he have to do to improve from last season?
Who? RJ Barrett?
Yeah,
Really, it's just a shot IQ, but I think that'll come with time. He'll be
more
fine. I think he's gonna be
efficient,
good.
too,
I think his passing has to take a jump because like in order to reach a certain part as a player, you need to be a better passer. No,
But yeah, I feel that. But let me go on to 14. 14, I have the Pistons. They stink.
Wait. You running through your
Yo,
Yeah,
the Cavs.
No, I'm doing
We're going three at a time.
Yeah,
Three at a time.
Yeah.
At 14, I have the Pistons. I think the Pistons just stink. Jeremy Grant is so overrated. I think he's gonna get exposed in Detroit. Dude should have stayed in Denver, especially considering they gave him the exact same contract. Bro thinks he's gonna be a
What
star.
happened?
Bino.
Bino, are you on
taking
the
a
phone?
call?
Regardless, I think the Pistons are going to be trash, and I also expect Blake Griffin to get hurt. Sorry. 13, I have the Cleveland Cavaliers. They stink, just like the Pistons and Knicks. Just like the Pistons and Knicks, they stink. Colin Sexton is a bright spot. I think Darius Garland's going to take a leap, though. But yeah, overall, they're just not good. So yeah, they don't deserve any more time, just like all the other teams. But what's y'all's bottom three teams? Starting with you, Darius.
All right, at 15, I got the Pistons. I don't know why, because I've seen a lot of people say this, like, but the Pistons are just like,
the Pistons are not good, bro.
they are like so bad to me. Like, I look at this roster and like Jeremy Grant, yeah, that's a good play, that's a good pickup. But the way I promise you, though, he's not gonna be playing like he was back with like the Thunder and the Nuggets. Like, he's gonna be playing much differently with a bigger role. Like, and it's not gonna be a good thing. Blake Griffin, Derrick Rose, injury prone ass players. Like, they're going to be injured or like going to miss significant games. It's just bound to happen. It's reality. Killian Hayes, good rookie, but he's not gonna be helping the Pistons win that many games. Shvee, not that good.
Jeremy Grant, bro.
I already talked about Jeremy Grant.
Dude, he sucks.
Gosh.
Like, stinks.
Jahlil Okafor is on this roster.
Before still in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Like, this team is terrible to me. I don't understand how people hype him up, because I feel like I've seen people hype him up to be like the 12th seed or like 11th seed. Like, they're not that bad. Like, shut the fuck up. Anyway. They're terrible. All right, at 14, I actually originally had the Cavs, but honestly, after like, I might be
Don't
overreacting.
do it. I swear.
I might be
Stop
overreacting,
it.
but
Stop it.
14, I'm not putting the Bulls. Yo, chill. I'm not putting the Bulls.
Okay, I was gonna say
No,
I'm putting the Bulls.
You're trolling. Anyway, at 14, I do have the Knicks. I
Come in.
It's kind of similar with the Pistons. Like, they really only have like good two players, and that's for now RJ. Well, I think RJ's gonna be way like, he's gonna be more developed than he was last year. He might average like, he averaged like 20 points per game last year, right? Or no, he averaged 15, 14. I don't know, but I think he'll average like around like 25 almost. Like, it's a possibility, I think, on good efficiency. Mitchell Robinson, good player. He needs to learn how to not like stay in foul trouble, because that's the reason why he's not even starting in the first place. But yeah, Kevin Knox, not good. Frank Ntilikina, not good. Yeah, nothing else to say about the Knicks. And at 13, I have the Cavaliers, my favorite team, but I don't think they're that good. There'll be some development with Sexton and Garland, and of course, I like the young core a lot. I really do. I think it's a good young core, but we're just not there yet. So, yeah.
Andre O'Neal.
All right,
Dude.
All
Stop
right,
it.
I guess I'm gonna go next.
No!
I don't think-
Oh, never mind. Okay, you can
bro,
continue.
the order does not matter at all, bro. I got Cavs, Knicks, Pistons, bro. That's my order. I think all three teams are garbage. You guys already talked about the players on these teams, so we can move on.
Oh, no. Hey, bro, let me tell mine real quick. I got the Knicks, Cavs, Pistons. Shout out to dude IQ because IQ is nice. You know, he could be the next future point guard. Honestly, for these three teams, all you need to see from them this season is how their young players develop. Pistons could be better than we actually think they are. The Pistons can be better than we think they are.
Depending on health, of course.
Depending on mainly health, because Blake Griffin could, look like a way better player. The Knicks, they got pieces. They got some pieces, but they're just not a good team. Honestly, Cavs. If Kevin Love doesn't play, I could see them being a lot better than they actually are. But if Kevin Love plays, bro,
yeah,
they're
I
definitely
actually
gonna.
completely agree with that. If Kevin Love wasn't
Kevin
not
Love-
playing, like if he was not a starter, bro, like they might be better than like a lot of these other teams.
He's such a liability, bro.
Like he is terrible, bro.
That's a fact. I don't
Okay.
think he's terrible. I just don't think he should
No,
be on
like,
that team.
I honestly
Bro, nobody
believe
cares,
like
bro.
if he wasn't in that starting lineup, if he was off that roster, like they might be like closer.
What?
Yeah, I'm not joking. There's nothing that we gained from
Liability.
him. Nothing.
Bro, I don't watch the cast, but nah, I mean, I didn't think he was that much of an.
Yeah, I don't think he's that
crazy.
bad,
No,
dude.
he's terrible.
He's a liability, bro.
I know he's a
Dude,
defensive liability,
Kevin Love is
but-
like a bottom 10 defender in the league, and like offensively, he's not that good. Like
He's good. He averaged 18 and 10 last year, but he's like not.
Bro, the
Yeah,
man
he's a
is
solid
depressed,
offensive
and he
player,
lives
yeah.
in
He's
Cleveland.
Laurie
Bro.
Markkinen.
What do you expect?
Exactly.
He's Laurie Markkinen with
so
concussion.
y'all
All
are
his
just
buddies
talking.
left.
Y'all are just talking. It seems like
Con-
y'all are giving excuses.
concussed
Y'all,
Laurie
it sounds like y'all are just giving excuses for being ass.
He's a concussed Laurie
I
Markkinen.
mean, he averaged 18 and 10 on 45, 37, 85 shooting splits, bro.
Like,
Concussed Laurie
so do you
Markkinen.
think? So do you think like you don't think like Larry Nance will be like a huge improvement from Kevin Love when he's starting?
I mean, I guess defensively, yeah.
Like,
Larry Nance got
let's be
Larry
honest.
Nance.
Like Larry Nance and Kevin Love are not that far off, like offensively.
Ah,
I'm
that's
saying
disrespectful,
it. I'm saying it.
That's disrespectful.
Maybe shooting wise, yeah, sure, I guess, but
That's
I would.
disrespectful.
I'm telling you
Yeah,
right now.
that's- yeah.
I'm telling you right now. I would much rather have Larry Nance starting than Kevin Love, like easily.
That's different than saying offensively, like
No question,
not-
bro.
that far off.
I mean, both of them are good passers. Kevin Love got the 3-point shot in post game. While Larry Nance is a lob threat and a better passer. And like, yes,
No, he's not a better passer.
Better
than Kevin Love.
defender, like just way better.
He's a
Actually,
better
way
defender,
better.
I'll
Oh
give you
my
that.
gosh,
hey, Larry Mongreen.
How is Larry's defense though?
it's
is
it's
it
average. It's not
He
terrible.
can guard. It's like slightly. It's like average, slightly above average. He can protect the rim a bit. He can move his feet.
Because
On
when he was in Cleveland, like with LeBron, he wasn't really that good on defense.
I mean, nobody looked good with LeBron. You know? He makes his teammates worse.
Oh my gosh! All right, but yeah,
Next three.
let's move on to the next three. My next three,
I got Knicks, Pistons, Bulls.
Yeah, you forgot about Woodoo.
as if anybody gives a good word.
Knicks, Pistons,
But
Bulls.
moving on to the next three, at 12, I have the Chicago Bulls. As much as I love the team, we're just not that
Wait,
good.
you have the Bulls as the 12th seed?
Me too.
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah.
So what was the difference? All right.
Dude, you had them as the 14th seed. You think they're gonna be worse than the?
I had them as
fucking
the
Cavs?
13th seed. It's a spot
I mean,
difference. What are you talking
Dude,
about?
you didn't say that earlier.
It's
That's not what you said.
possible.
I just said Knicks, Pistons,
Bro,
Bulls.
who cares?
You don't even
Who
listen
cares,
to what
man?
I'm
Who
saying.
cares, bro? Who cares? Regardless, I have the Bulls as the 12th seed. I just don't think we're good enough compared to the teams above. Plain and
I'm
simple.
just saying the Cavs can be better.
11th.
Ducks.
I mean, it's one spot I have them above, so hey, anything's possible, right? 11th seed, I have the Orlando Magic. This one is kind of dependent on what's his name, Aaron Gordon, and how well he plays. But I just don't think Aaron Gordon is that good. So at least offensively, he's just not good at all. And I also think that even though they were good without him, but I also think that Jonathan Isaac, he's a really good player. And I think if he was on the team, I might feel a little bit differently because his offensive growth, I'm actually really intrigued to see where he's going to go next with that. And considering that they did draft Cole Anthony, there might be some conflict in the backcourt depending on how good Cole plays, because if they did just re-sign Markelle and give him an extension, so really confused about what they're doing with their point guard situation. But at the 10th seed, I have the Charlotte Hornets, who, let's remove LaMelo from the equation because who really knows what he's going to do? He's kind of a wild card considering his offense is just has so many holes. At the reason I have them is because I think Gordon Hayward is going to have like a Utah Gordon Hayward season. I think a lot of people think that he's just not capable. I think a lot of people just think he's not capable of playing at an all-star level anymore, and I think that's just ridiculous. If you actually watched him even in Boston, he was still the same Gordon Hayward in Utah. He just didn't have the touches that he had then. And I think because he played well in the opening game, but that's just a sign of things to come. The only thing I fear for him is health. He's definitely going to miss time, but I think Terry Rozier, not even just from the opening game, but even last year, he showed he's a really good player. I don't know why people act like Terry Rozier is not good.
You were saying that, yo.
Huh? I never said
everyone was talking about Vontae, but literally after Vontae cooled down, Rozier was the best player on the team, literally.
Yeah, I never said Rozier is not good. Devontae.
Yes, you did, yo. Oh my, yo, I'm pulling up clips.
If I did, I'm wrong. Okay, I'll take the L. Rozier is not bad. He's not a bad player. He's a solid player. He shot 40% from 3 last year. Defensively, he's just but
Terry is what Steph Curry thinks he is.
Okay. Devontae, I also think I'm not giving up on Devontae because he had a really good year last year, at least in the beginning. He slowed down at the end, drastically slowed down. But he's actually a really good playmaker. I don't think he gets enough credit for that. And he's a great off-ball player, actually. So I think if you can get him to not jack up the stupid shots that he jacked up at the end of the year last year, I think you'll be straight, especially considering that, by the way, let's just hope that his 3-point shot doesn't look like his attempts at the 3-point contest, because that was embarrassing. But regardless, yeah, that's my X3.
I had the exact same order too, all those 3 teams he just mentioned. So
actually, mine is different. Mine is the Magic and the Hornets are swapped. I think the Magic are just too good defensively. I think they're gonna at least be in the play-in. I think they're just way too good defensively. And the Bulls, yo, Patrick Williams, nice, great player.
Shout out to the P. Will.
He does look like Kawhi Leonard out there. You know what I mean? But what's his name? Lauri Markkanen. I'm starting to not like him much. It's
thank you. He needs to go.
You can't be in my opinion, it's so hard to be a power forward in this league, and unless you're transcendent offensively, you can't be a defensive liability, man. It's just, and he's soft, so it's
it just sounds like Kevin Love to me. So
yeah, man, you know what I mean? It's not like Kevin Love. And I'm thinking and I was thinking about Gallinari. I'm Gallinari's in the league, and he's been successful, had a successful career. But at the same time, Gallinari wasn't as bad as Lauri Markkanen was on defense. Not to mention, he could do a lot more on offense, such as scoring the perimeter, back down the opposing smaller guards, get to the line. Lauri Markkanen has really regressed, man, and he's disappointed me a lot. But I'm here for a breakout window Carter year,
Yes, sir. Al Horford 2.0.
Super Al Horford, man.
Yeah.
But
who you got, Bino? Yeah.
Yes, sir. My number, we got 12. All right. My number 12 is the Bulls. Because
think that's funny?
No, I'm being dead ass.
No, I thought you laughed.
I'm not. No, I did laugh just because, my boy Mustard, he thinks his team is going to be good. or he thinks his team is playing material, and I don't. One,
Wait,
because
what? I
I'm
had
just
them
not
at
a,
12.
I'm
Don't
not
try
a
to play
big
me.
fan.
Try to play me.
Oh, you put your own team there? That's kind of crazy.
Y'all had the Thunder at 15. Come on now.
Yeah, but we're actively tanking. You guys want that playing spot.
Whatever.
Anyways, I'm not a big believer in Billy Donovan. Never was. Even last year, I think last year's team was more on Chris Paul than him himself. So, yeah, I had the Bulls at 12. You know, they're gonna ship Zach out of there eventually, and then there's go back to being a poverty franchise that they are
Oh god.
now.
Bino, I have a question
And
for
then-
you, real quick, Bino. So if the Bulls do bad, but Chris Paul also underperforms on the Suns, are you gonna blame Billy Donovan for that? You gonna say or are you gonna give Billy Donovan credit for making Chris Paul look better than he actually was?
Interesting question.
Even if Chris Paul doesn't play well, I don't think that has anything to do with Billy Donovan.
Why?
At all.
Age. That's really what they're gonna say.
That's
So
what I
you
would
think
say.
the drop off is gonna be that far just because he gained a year?
Well, I don't think he's gonna drop
I mean,
off. So
it could happen anytime. You know that, right, JSmooth?
Yeah, but like that, I'm talking about a significant drop off. Right now, he
Yeah, dude. You know how hard it is with guards. You know how hard they fall off.
bro. I'm talking about he becomes 12-5.
Yeah, dude, that happens to a lot of guards, man. Especially small guards. They just fall off out of nowhere.
I don't want to hear this. Nah, bro.
Okay.
Continue. Billy Donovan slander is not tolerated. Yeah.
on top of them, I have the Hornets,
Billy Silly
Hornets at
Donovan.
11 and the Magic at 10.
Is that what you call him? Isn't that what you
Yeah, the Hornets. Well, you have the silly. You talking about Silly Donovan?
Silly Donovan?
You said you have the Hornets and Magic. You have the Magic at what?
Hornets at 11 and the Magic at 10.
Oh, okay, LaMelo's a loser. Okay,
Chill,
let's go to the
chill.
next
It's just one game. It's just one game.
one.
Hey man, but hopefully
did.
LaMelo.
I can't lie.
Hopefully LaMelo turns into a star. And
I
the
can't
Hornets
lie,
get, like,
bro.
the 10th
LaMelo
spot.
contributed very well for the Cavaliers. I can't lie about that. I can't lie.
It's like the Cavs had 2 top 5 picks in the draft.
I'm saying he can.
This guy.
Insane.
Anyways,
Well,
yeah.
moving on to the next three. At my 9th seed, I have the Atlanta Hawks. I think they're gonna definitely make the play-in. They can make the playoffs too, just depending on what happens during the play-in tournament. I think they're really deep. Pause. I think Trae Young, monster season ahead of him. We all know he can put up the numbers.
Especially.
I had to watch it. Yeah, I know. I had to watch it. Had to watch it on opening night. This guy just torched my Bulls. A lot of people got on me in the comment section for what I said about the Hawks, but hey, if the Hawks end the season as the 9th seed, that kind of proves my point. But that's a topic for another discussion. Moving on to number 8, I have the Washington Wizards. This one is more so my faith in Russ, and this is just so weird for me to say. Like I have to defend him now because like some people have shitted on him, but I just think that Russ is a good enough player, especially in the East, with the talent that he has around him, the spacing that he has to work with. He's good enough to get them to an 8th seed at least, But especially with Beal as his sidekick, I think Beal is just a really slept-on player. Like a lot of people just don't know how great he is. He's evolved from being just like a catch-and-shoot off-ball player to being like really like I wouldn't say an elite shot creator, but like a great shot creator when needed to be. As shown as he averaged 30 points last year and was snubbed of the All-Star team. But moving on to number 7. And number 7, I have the Toronto Raptors.
What the fuck? How is this list so similar?
Yeah, I just don't really have faith in the Raptors like that anymore. I think them losing Ibaka, Gasol, and I know Gasol wasn't great like that, but they still lost a lot of front court depth. I think they lost Boucher too, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Boucher's still on the team.
Boucher's still there. Okay, that's good. That's a solid there. But I just also think that Siakam's just gonna get destroyed this year.
Ooh, I disagree, but
I think he is.
And
when I say destroyed, I'm not saying like he's gonna be completely trash. Okay, let me not say destroyed. I just think that he's gonna be like I think teams are gonna really game plan for him because they know that spin move is just all he got in his bag. Everybody saw him try to pull off that whatever dribble move he tried to pull off, and he slipped on his shoe.
And he went right back to the spin move.
Yeah, went right back to spinning. So
Hey,
I
bro,
think
hey,
I think
man, get
teams.
off my man. Yo.
I think when teams start to put that film together and go into them study sessions, they're gonna be like, "Shit, this is all we got to do to stop him." And
So-
the fact that Zion allowed him to score on that play, I can't believe it. But
I mean, I'm okay, bro. Like, stop disrespecting Siakam, bro. Like, I'm so sick and tired of Siakam. Continue, bro. I'm gonna get on. I'm gonna get on to him on my next topic.
Okay,
That's it. That's all I got.
So I'll go with my 3. So for the 9 seed, I actually a few weeks ago I did have the Pacers. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, because I just thought that the roster wasn't that talented. But like, no,
What?
Yeah, no,
what? That's a good team, yo.
no,
Right.
I've changed my mind though. Listen, I was a bit disrespectful towards them. I can't even lie, because
Exactly.
I'll talk about the Pacers later. But at the number 9 seed, I have the Atlanta Hawks, and I think the Hawks should get better at least. Like last year, they were the 14th seed, I believe, right?
I think so.
Yeah, they were 14th seed. They should be They should be a play-in team at least. This team around Trae Young, it should be. It's a great It's going to be a great offensive team. It should be like around top 10. Like no question. Defensively, they're going to struggle obviously with no matter what. Trae Young is, as long as Trae Young's on the court, they're going to be bad defensively. Like it's just a fact. They also got bad defensive players, but they also got some good ones too, like Cam Reddish and DeAndre Hunter. And DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish are starting, which is something I really like.
Even off the bench, Rondo and Bogdan.
One thing, you know, right?
Say what?
I like
Bogdan's
it today. Game thing.
Say what?
Just be a 1 game thing.
You think that's a 1 game thing? I like that.
Because Clint Capella didn't play.
But I think Clint Capella's gonna be out longer.
What's wrong with him, yo?
I don't know. Like I've heard he's gonna be.
I think
out.
I think it's COVID though. I don't think it's a
No,
a serious
I thought
thing.
it was his injury still, which is crazy. But that's what I was hearing.
But didn't he play? He played in the preseason though, didn't he?
I don't know. I didn't watch any preseason Hawks games, so didn't really care that much. But
Ooh, it's an Achilles injury.
Oh, he has the same Achilles. He's healing Achilles. Though,
he was injured, so he's gonna be out for quite a bit. So yeah, Cam Reddish and DeAndre Hunter, that's gonna be. I like that a lot. Next at the 8th seed, I have the Wizards, and this team pretty similar to the Hawks. Great offensive team, absolute terrible defensive team. Westbrook, he
Whoa! Did you not see their defense looking good yesterday, bro?
That's against like
They
Ben
were
Simmons.
trying, except for Robin Lopez,
Bro.
bro. Robin
That's
Lopez,
that's
they
against-
shouldn't even touch the court, bro.
Yo, that was 1 game. Calm down, yo.
listen.
I'm just saying, bro.
Westbrook should be good enough.
Their defense could be a little better.
No, they're not. It's just I think that's just a 1 game thing. But Westbrook should be good enough to make this team a playoff team. Like, there's not really a reason why like the Wizards shouldn't be better than all these other teams. You got Bradley Beal. You also got some nice picks. With like
Bertans.
Yeah, Bertans. Hell, if
Thomas.
Westbrook can make Denny look really nice, like that would be, or motivate him to be like that great, like to reach his potential, like that would be great. Like, cause Westbrook is a great. I feel like people be disrespectful, but he's a great teammate. He's a great team. You would want.
He is.
You would want someone as a teammate like Westbrook. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
It sounds funny, but it looks like the Wizards media and the announcers, they are trying to CP3 his value so much.
Yeah, that's what I was saying a few
it
weeks
sounds
ago.
So forced. It sounds so forced, bro.
Yeah.
Like if you hear them, bro, like look at him communicating, bro.
He looks so happy.
Oh, he's such a teammate.
Yeah, like
I'm like, yo, I know he's a good teammate, but like you it seems forced, yo. It seems so forced, bro. But continue.
I mean, they kind of have to, bro. Eventually, all paths lead to them trading him eventually one day.
yeah, I don't think Westbrook's gonna retire at Wizards, so I think they're just trying to.
Yeah.
I've been saying this for weeks. I think they're trying to get his trade value up. That's what I believe. So
Yeah, either that or I think they're gonna either all roads lead to that, or it leads to them trying to trade Denny and who's the other guy, Rui, for another third star to pair with the rest of N.B.A.
I'd be so mad.
All right, and the 7th seed, I have the Toronto Raptors. Like,
oh my gosh, yo, disrespect. Yo.
So wait, let me. You're gonna spoil it. I have to ask you this though. Like, where do you have them? Where do I have
you? Look if I spoil it.
Yeah, spoil it, bro.
I still got on 3rd seed, man.
3rd seed. Now, there's a reason why
Yeah.
I don't have them that high. It's I at the 3rd seed for this team. Like, there's a reasoning why I believe they're the 3rd seed for a good reason.
Okay.
Like, I'll get into it later. But Raptors, good team still. Definitely a playoff team. It's just not as good as they were last year, I believe. They still got Kyle Lowry.
Who's getting old, by the way.
He's getting old. He might regress.
Isn't this the last year of his deal?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
There's no way he's gonna pull
Siakam
up
has been
trash.
getting disrespected a lot. I feel like I remember people were hyping him in the regular
Rightfully
season.
so.
No, come on. Like, I don't really like Siakam's game, but it's just like he's a good player still. Like, people are just
act like you can't just. I just find it confusing. If Siakam is making all NBA second team off the straight spins, then you must be the problem, bro. Because you can't guard him. Sorry,
dude.
If he's doing that off straight
it isn't
spins,
just straight spins. He's also getting transition buckets because he
Hey,
feeds
bro,
off the transition.
hey, find a way to stop it.
They got
sorry, bro.
The Raptors also got like Norman Powell, OG Anunoby, Fred VanVleet, just like good players in general. Like, but they also got players such as Stanley Johnson, Alex Len.
They don't play him.
No,
Alex Len. Yeah.
Like who else do they have? Aaron Baines. I mean, Aaron Baines is a good player. Aaron Baines is a good player.
The GOATs!
Using the Twitter account, yeah. Aaron Baines is a good player. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's just a step back from Marc Gasol, what he was last
And
year.
other teams just got better in the East. That's another thing.
So, yeah, that's my reasoning for why they're that low. So,
Okay. So so here's mine, okay? Mine is my 9th seed is the Hawks. I just don't think they're gonna take that jump. I think DeAndre Hunter, my dude, he's gonna take a jump this year. I already know it. Cam Reddish as well, them two, like, they could easily supersede our expectations. But for now, I don't think they're good enough defensively. And I personally think they shouldn't have gotten all the players, all those wings to take away guys like Cam Reddish's minutes. Because I think Cam Reddish could have developed perfectly right next to those two players. One thing I'm intrigued to see is how they deal with the John Collins situation, since they didn't extend him. But, it's okay. Then my 8th seed is the Washington Wizards, simply because they do not have the defense, nor do they have the rebounding to compete with most teams. But their offense, I know for a fact, will be extremely explosive.
Center? Is it Thomas Bryant?
Yes, Thomas Bryant.
Oh, man.
And he's nice, but he's not a good rebounder. And in order to stop a defensive possession, their initial defense is good, but it's decent. But in order to complete a defensive possession, you need to be able to consistently rebound the ball. If you're not rebounding the ball, you're not going to win games. Simple as that. And my 7th seed is the Pacers. I believe the Pacers team is actually really good. I don't know why people thought they were going to miss the playoffs. I could see them even being over at the Heat during the regular season, which sounds crazy, but they're making some new adjustments now by shooting 3-point shots and everything. Domantas Sabonis is going to take a jump.
Yes,
obviously,
sir.
I believe
Fantasy.
he. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Hey, bro. East Jokic.
Facts.
He's a really nice player. Their overall team is better. Victor Oladipo, he can only go up from here. Like, there's no way he can get worse than what he was doing in the bubble and last year. So
He actually had a really good game yesterday.
he did. So like he's a guy. He could get traded as well, even through the middle of the season.
I
But
thought you said he was untradeable.
at first, yeah, beginning of the season he was untradeable.
I think he's getting traded.
At the beginning of the season, he was completely untradeable. You can't tell me you haven't seen him play. And what's it called? and he was a guy that like basically was on his last deal, and who was going to think about extending him or paying him? There's no value in picking a player like that. So it's just a gamble, and you don't want to do that. But yeah, that's my 3. What about you, Bino?
This dude.
My number 9. My number 9 is the Atlanta Hawks. My number 8 is the Washington Wizards, and my number 7 are the Indiana Pacers.
You got the same 3, baby.
Yeah, bro. I feel like the bottom half of the East is pretty easy to predict. I think the top half is the harder half.
That is true.
It's facts. But I guess let's move on to the next 3. At 6, I have the Indiana Pacers. I think Domantas Sabonis is going to have a monster year. I could see him averaging like 20, 12, and 5, honestly. Actually, 20 might even be a little too low because, yeah, 20 is a little too low. Maybe because he did average like 18 and a half. I'd say 20, 22 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists.
Sabonis is going to average 24. Promise you.
Okay, that's fine.
Like, yeah, he'd probably be MVP candidate if he had more, because the Pacers would be a lot better than that.
And if opening night is a sign of things to come, he can expand his range. Because he's always been a solid he's been a great mid-range shooter. So his form is there. He just has to be able to take them, and hopefully he'll make them. Moving on to, and I think Oladipo, he's gonna have a bounce back year. I think he's gonna be potentially an all-star. I hope. Yeah. I hope because Oladipo is one of my favorite players. Yeah. But next I have the Miami Heat as the 5th seed. I just don't think. I mean, they're gonna just have the same season as last year. Honestly, that's just it. 4th seed, I have the Boston Celtics. Similar to the Heat, they're gonna have literally the exact same season. Honestly, they're gonna have literally the exact same season. Like, there's just like I don't see anything really changing other than players like playing better. I don't think Kemba being out is going to be that much of a difference, and I don't think when he comes back, it's going to still be that much of a difference. So, yeah, that's my opinion. Those my next 3 seeds.
All right.
Okay.
You want to go?
No, you can go. Go ahead.
All right. At the 6th seed, I have the Pacers, and I was a bit disrespectful when I first saw this team, but looking at the roster now and just knowing Sabonis developing as well, and Oladipo as well, he's not going to get much worse from what he did last year. Like,
hopefully, sheesh.
I don't think, like,
it's not possible.
I believe the Pacers are like the 7th seed. What were they last year? 6th seed? I don't know. Oh no, they're 5th seed. 6th seed?
They were the 5th seed. They were the 4th. They were the 4th seed.
They were
4th.
But that was because teams were tanking in the bubble and everything.
Okay, so they were the 4th seed. I'm pretty sure it was really close though with the Pete.
It was
the record. But anyway, like they were the 4th seed, and not really can get worse from there. I don't know what I was thinking when I thought they were the 9th seed. I think it's just because that like I just saw the other teams like I would much prefer being a player on that team than that team. So for the 5th seed, I have the Heat. I just think they're just going to have a really similar season from what they did last year. Not really be going crazy, but just want to be consistent regular season team and try to get to the finals like they did last year. But that's, in my opinion, that's not going to happen again. They still got great players, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero overrated ass, but you know, it's just a similar season from what it was last year. Not really much else to say. And the 4th seed, I do have the Celtics. Some very similar. Just try to be a great team. Like Tatum, Jaylen Brown, they're gonna do their thing. I don't really like some of their pickups they had. Tristan Thompson, he's not. Personally, for me, he's just not good. Like,
what?
Yeah, I don't really like him that much. I think didn't they get Jeff Teague?
Yeah.
I don't really like that pickup either, but he can prove me wrong, I guess. Just a very similar season from what it was last year. So,
Wow, the Tristan Thompson disrespect, bro.
Yeah, he's good. He's solid, yo.
Nah.
I know, right?
He's a guaranteed 10-10 guy no matter what.
Well, with his minutes on that team now, it's not like that anymore.
And he's actually a really solid he's good in switching. He can actually switch.
You're thinking of 2016, bro. It's not the same.
Hey, I mean, I haven't watched Cavs games since then.
It's
so.
not the same. Let's just say that.
Not as good defensively, but he's better. And I think he has more incentive to try defensively since he's on a winning team.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I honestly I think that's kind of disrespectful to TT. But wait, you done, Darius?
Yeah, I've already said my 3 teams.
Okay, so my 3 teams. Number 6, I got the Heat. The Heat, yeah, I don't think they're gonna be as good as everybody thinks they are. I think it was a Mickey Mouse Finals appearance.
Oh my.
And I think teams are now gonna figure out that Tyler Hero isn't that good. I think people are gonna finally figure that out. He's a mid player. He's JJ Redick was some swag, you know what I mean? They lost the key pieces like Jay Crowder, who went off in that playoff run, turned to Steph Curry for some reason. But I just don't think they're as good as people say. Philly is my 5th seed. Same old Ben Simmons not taking jump shot, holding Joel Embiid back. I don't care about them, man. And then my 4th seed is Nets. And the reason why I have the Nets here, Nets, great team. Look like a good team all around, but Kyrie's injury history, as well as Durant coming off his Achilles. I don't know how long they could keep up good production. So I'm a hold back on them. They could easily prove me wrong, but I'm a hold back on them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So what's Bino? What's your 6 through 4? Bino.
My number 6. I'm here.
Uh,
My number 6 is the Indiana Pacers. I think I was kind of back and forth with them. Like I had them a little lower at first, just because I'm a big Russ fan. So I was gonna put the Wizards here for a second, but I chilled off. And looking at Sabonis yesterday, he really reminded me that like he's the best player on the team for real. And I gotta put more respect on his name. You feel me?
yes, sir.
So I got the Wizards at 6. I got the Celtics at 5, and I got the Sixers at 3.
Okay. Wait, the 6 is at 3 or 4?
I mean at 4.
Yeah, 4.
I got. Yeah. I was kind of back and forth because I feel like this is the best. I'm not gonna say the best because they had Jimmy, but like the best team they've had since they had Rocco and Saric on the team. So I'm a big believer in the Sixers this year, and I'm excited to see how they play.
I believe people figured
Wait.
out how much of a liability Ben Simmons is on offense.
I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that.
Bino, where'd you have the Sixers, Bino?
4.
Okay.
Liability Ben Simmons.
Okay, well, I guess moving on to the final 3. For me, I have the Sixers as the 3rd seed. I think similar to what Bino said, I think they're gonna have a solid year with all the pieces around Ben Simmons and Embiid. They got some really good shooters. Seth Curry, Danny Green, as much as he can be inconsistent, he's still somebody that people have to at least respect his shot because, well, I guess if he keeps playing as bad as he's been playing, people are just going to start sagging off of him. Well, I guess they're not because Danny Green's still established, he's still an established guy. So
he's established, but they're not going to leave him open.
Yeah, he's still an established guy. So
that'd be a new move.
Yeah, that'd be stupid. And then not only that, but Seth Curry, obviously, we all know what he can do. If you're a Curry, you're just guaranteed to be a great shooter at this point. And not only that, but I think people are forgetting who Shake Milton is. Shake Milton is a really good shooter. And I think people are kind of sleeping on him as a...
Come we look at one game, it was like...
Not just that, bro. Like, even in the games that he's played, like with Philly...
Defensive liability, yo. Hopefully...
Okay, I get that, but dude, he's still, like... That's not his role, dude. Stop it.
Yeah, everybody's role is to play defense. What?
Okay, fine, but he's still going to be good. I also think Tyrese Maxey was a really good pickup in the draft. he's obviously not going to get like the most minutes or anything, but I think obviously he needs to fix his jumper a bit. But I think he could be a sleeper pick for, well, not a sleeper pick for Rookie of the Year, but I think he can have the most impact among all the rookies towards winning. Because like a lot of the rookies that are contenders for the Rookie of the Year, they're not really in the best of situations to win, but he's in a situation where I think he can contribute towards actual winning basketball. And I think his real efforts are going to come on the defensive side. And yeah, I just think Simmons and Embiid, they got the right pieces. But moving on to number 2, I have the Brooklyn Nets. I think Katie and Kyrie, they should speak for themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they speak for themselves. It's because the great minds think alike, Darius. You feel me? Unfortunately, you're a Cavs fan. That's really where it stops there. But regardless,
I don't bring it up every single time. Like,
hell yeah. But the Nets, I think their offense is going to be unstoppable. The real questions I have are 2 things: defense, and especially with Kyrie and Dinwiddie in the backcourt. Like, what the fuck? Like, shit, they're going to get torched every night. Defense and health, because KD is coming off of an Achilles injury, so you never know if that could start like a whole bunch of injuries for him. But regardless, like I still think he's going to be fine. But the real health concerns I have is for Kyrie. He's just injury prone as hell. He hasn't been able to play 70 games like 2017 or so. So yeah, I think those are my concerns for them. But overall, they could still be the number 1 seed, honestly. But obviously, number 1, I have the Milwaukee Bucks. I think Giannis is just going to have an amazing season, as always. The playoffs is a different story, but in regards to regular season, I think the Bucks are still going to maintain. Drew Holiday was a good pickup. DiVincenzo's still there. DiVincenzo's actually, I think, another wild card for this team because he actually has some, I wouldn't say shot creation ability, but he can show some flashes of being a really solid, not playmaker, but shot creator from time to time. But regardless, he's more of a spot-up guy. That's really his role. And he's a capable defender. So I think the team is going to be
the Dante DiVincenzo layup curse.
Nah. He'll be good. Him, Middleton, Drew, they all solid pieces around Giannis, and hopefully they can piece it together. I can't speak right now. And make a run towards the NBA finals. But yeah, what do y'all think?
I'm surprised y'all have the Sixers a bit like this high. Like I thought y'all would have them a little bit lower. But this is the reasoning why I have the Sixers the third seed is not the same reasoning why y'all have them like that. And it's because I believe Ben Simmons is going to be traded for James Harden. I've been saying it since before the season even started. I've been saying it for so long now. It will happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. The very beginning of the season, the Sixers are not going to be viewed as like a great team like that. They're not going to do well. Like they'll be like an obviously like playoff contention. Obviously, no question. It's just like they won't be in like the same tier as like a Bucks or a Nets team, or a Celtics team. They're going to be like down in the lower ranks because of Ben Simmons. He's such an offense. He's such a half-court offensive liability. Like as much as he has those shooters, they're gonna they're gonna abuse that flaw with Ben Simmons. So they're going. I think this is midway through the season. They're gonna have a wake-up call. But like, all right, this is clearly not working out, and we need to do this deal, and they're gonna do it. And that's what's going to make them the third seed, in my opinion.
By the way, I actually want to ask y'all something. I don't want to. This is just speculation here. I was seeing people. I'm not going to reveal my sources, but do y'all believe that Daryl Morey has been leaking a lot of information about James Harden just to lower his trade value so he could trade him for Ben Simmons?
Yo, that would be fucked up if he did that. What the hell?
Because I've heard people say that.
If they figure that out, why would the Sixers do that?
No.
Well,
What
not
are
the
you talking
Sixers,
about?
but why would the Rockets do that?
Well, the Rockets, they have an incentive not to trade him to Daryl Morey anyway,
That's what I mean. If he's destroying the trust even more, why would he do that?
because they just want to get Harden out of there, and Ben Simmons is still somebody you can build around. And I don't think that it's just going to be Ben Simmons straight up. Like, it would probably have to be some picks.
No, but it has to be more than Ben Simmons, obviously. Like
the greatest loser I've ever seen.
But yeah, Ben Simmons is going to be a Rocket. I'm saying it right now. I just think the Simmons and N.B.A. duo is just inevitable to be disbanded. So, but yeah, that's where I think they'll be. For the second seed, I do have the Nets. Kyrie, KD, my two favorite players to watch ever. They're just gonna be cooking this year. KD's one game to be fair, but he looking like he cooked. He's like he looks like he's ready for the season, offensively anyway. Defensively, he was also doing RA as well with that game, but I want to see more of that consistently. They also got Karis LeVert, who I think is gonna be sixth man of the year. We'll get into that later. And Spencer Dinwiddie, I do shit on him a lot. I think he's very overrated, but he's not a bad player. I'll be honest, he's not. They got DeAndre Jordan too. Not a good offensive player, but defensively he should be able to help you with the post and stuff like that. And yeah, they should be.
I mean, to be fair, Dinwiddie's already back to airballing threes. If you saw game one,
I did. Oh, actually, I did see that. I did see that game. Yeah.
One game, he still has. People still respect.
Dude, it isn't a one game thing. He does this literally every game. He airballs 2 threes a game.
Right. Luka airballs threes. Do we hate him?
And then at the number one seed, I've got the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis still gonna be going crazy, even though he's not gonna win MVP again. He's going to be fucking amazing. Probably considered the best player in the league, almost, practically anyway. He'll still be in that like same range around like LeBron, Kawhi. I don't know if KD gets back to what he was. KD maybe. Yeah, Chris Middleton, great player still. I don't know why people like slander him a lot. Drew Holiday was a great pickup. Should help them a lot defensively. He's way better than Eric Bledsoe, like not even close.
Okay, stop.
Yeah, no, he is. He is. They still got great bench players, role players. Like,
no,
what? You don't think so?
Continue.
You don't think so?
The bench, yo. I knew this from the jump. It's not even just last game. Bobby Portis and Pat Connaughton, yo. The liability.
Bobby Portis, I'll give you that. Bobby Portis, I'll give you that. That's not
Pat Connaughton's a liability too, yo. 2 liabilities, yo. And then Brent Forbes is also a liability. Torrey Craig is gonna have to save the bench unit's defense.
So wait,
because Bobby Portis sucks.
Where do you have the Bucks?
I'm first seed still.
Okay.
But Bobby Portis sucks. Wait, you done, Darius?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, so my 3, I got the Raptors at 3. I know people are super down on Siakam and everything, but one thing that the better teams do consistently are beat bad teams, and I know the Raptors are going to consistently do that with ease. Also, I think they'd be
beat on the weak comp.
That's what they did last year. I mean, and like Nick Nurse is good at scheming and planning, so I'm pretty sure he's going to do a good job with that. And I still think Siakam is going to have a great, if not even better, year than he did last year. All NBA type player, and you know he's going to be good. You know what I mean? Like people love to dwell on that playoff performance, but it's over. He underperformed. Let's move on, man. Like I just find it funny how everybody talks about his game, his lack of a bag. Why wasn't nobody was able to guard it last year, bro? Transition, even they half court, no one was able to guard it. So like, I don't want to hear it, yo. And my second seed is the Celtics. I believe they got better just by adding some more center depth, and the fact that they have another backup point guard in Jeff Teague, as much as people, including Darius, don't like him. I believe he's a guy, very deceptive point guard who can pass the ball, defend a bit. He's a really nice guard, you know what I mean? And I like him. I love his pickup. And when Kemba comes back, they're going to be even deadlier. Although everybody hates Kemba, I love him, and I love the amount of gravity and the amount of tension. Yeah, I like Kemba. I like him a lot. I don't hate him. but I feel like people hate on him way too much. Like they blame
As
him
a
for
play,
all this
yeah,
as the problem.
that's a
Yeah,
fact.
and I'm like, first off, he was injured, and second, they're playing a boxing one on him, bro. Like, and he was and not only that, but even in the Heat series, he was their best closer. He was their closer, yo. And the other guys, including
He
Jason
shouldn't have
Tatum,
been, though. That's the
he,
thing.
he was the best. He was the best closer. He was the best closer. Tatum
He
was
shouldn't
terrible.
have been their closer.
Tatum was terrible in the fourth quarters. They tried to make him the closer, but Kemba should have taken more shots. But and then my first seed is the Bucks. Obviously, you know, same old regular season stuff. Giannis gonna be MVP candidate. Chris Middleton all NBA second team. You know, yeah. Same
I
same old
swear,
for
bro.
Bucks.
If Giannis actually plays through his contract in Milwaukee, this dude Middleton might actually make the Hall of Fame just because he's playing with Giannis. Like,
Yo,
I
come on,
swear.
yo,
No
like,
cap,
yo,
no cap, no
stop,
cap.
stop it.
Like, think about it, bro. This dude, Chris
No,
Middleton's
no.
already a 2-time All-Star, and if he makes a couple All-NBA teams because of this shit,
Okay. His first
like-
All-Star team, okay, fine. You could say he didn't deserve it. But the year before, I can say he definitely deserved that All-Star, right?
dude, it's not even about deserving it, dude. He wouldn't
but-
be an All-Star if he wasn't playing with Giannis. That's a
Bro,
fact.
Bro, I mean,
Bro,
bro, you could say that about a lot of guys, though.
Stop.
Okay,
You
and
know,
I'll say it
Yo,
too.
is
Say the
Klay
same
Thompson
thing.
is Klay Thompson an all-star without
oh
Curry?
my gosh, yo, do not compare.
Yeah, I
Probably,
don't
honestly, because
think
he's the
that-
best role player in the world.
Chris
I
Middleton,
don't think so because I think Klay, even on other teams, he could still be just as effective, bro.
Chris Middleton is an
Exactly.
evolve. You don't think? Do you see what Chris Middleton puts up
So
without
Middleton
Giannis?
is just as effective without Giannis,
Chris Middleton is a 40
Yes.
point per game. He averages like 40 without Giannis.
dude. How many
Look
games
it
is
up.
that?
Look
How
it
many
up.
games is that? How many
Look
games?
it up,
Kobe's
bro.
always
How many?
ready for
First
the
of all,
Chris Middleton
you do know Middleton stats without Giannis are heavily inflated because of that 50-point game, right?
No, I'm not even talking about just
Bro,
that.
nah, you could take that game out, and his stats are still pretty good.
His
It has to be
stats
like
are
25.
really good. He can create from all levels of the floor, yo. Come on, man. That's
In the
disrespectful.
2019,
But even
2020
then, look,
NBA
but
season,
even
I got
then-
the numbers. Mind you, this is with the 50-point game. In the 2019-2020 NBA season without Giannis, Chris Middleton averaged 26 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists, and that's in 9 games. So I really wonder how those stats would be without that 50-point game. Like, I really wonder.
And yo, you about to make
So
me go.
please don't sit here and
I'm gonna get on my bag after, bro. But continue.
I mean, even
Bino,
with the 50-point game, that's still pretty good.
Bino, what?
I'm
I'm not
Bino,
saying it's not good, but to sit here and overreact to fucking 9 games,
Bino,
Fuck
what?
outta
No one
here
is
with
no
that.
one is saying that Middleton can be like the number one option.
bro. But
Oh,
how did we
yeah,
even get here? All I said is that Middleton is literally, if Giannis and Middleton stay together, Middleton and Middleton makes a couple. And
Chris
Middleton
Middleton
makes,
would all be a first team player by
so
himself.
let me ask you this. JSmooth. If Giannis and Middleton stay together and he keeps making all-star teams and maybe makes a couple all-NBAs and Middleton makes the Hall of Fame, would he have been a Hall of Famer had he not played with Giannis? You're a liar. And I don't
I think
believe
that's just
you.
so unfair, though. You could say that with a lot of players.
Bro, I'm not even trying to like get on him like that. I'm just saying it's
You
funny
could say
to me.
I don't know about the question you asked, but you could say he made the Hall of Fame because of Giannis. But you can't say like,
And that's even a stretch because Giannis
he-
could leave anyway. So
24, 5, and 4 on great.
I was
shooting.
just giving a scenario because I just think it's funny. I never said anything
I mean, but
about.
even then,
I am
even if he stays there like the rest of his contract,
disappointed in you.
like that's still 5 good years of him probably making like 5 All-Star teams. So that's like what's 7 All-Star teams total, maybe 1 finals appearance in there. Like,
Chris Middleton didn't play.
Maybe even a ring, honestly.
yeah. So who knows?
I'm not even trying to diss him. I just said it was funny. That's it. That's all I said, yo.
Yo, he's a human bucket, yo. Human. But okay, continue, Bino, because we gotta end this.
Oh
this
yeah,
pod-
my
long.
number. Yeah, not ain't gonna lie. Oh yeah, when we award predictions, yeah, I don't got time for that, bro. We gotta cut it.
Yeah,
But
me
anyways,
too.
my top 3. My number 3, I had the Miami Heat because I just have a sneaky feeling that they're gonna get Harden. But even if they do get Harden, that guts like all of their depth to me. So I feel
Harden's
like exactly he is, but I still think the other 2 teams are just gonna win more games than them. Like so, my number 2 I had the Bucks, and my number 1 I had the Nets because injuries. Now I'm a big believer, and I got to be consistent with who my MVP choice is. So I have the Nets at number 1 and the Bucks at number 2 and the Heat at 3. And if the Heat don't get Harden,
By
then
the
I have
way-
them around 4 or 5.
By the way, I don't mean to interrupt. I know this is not basketball related, but my boy Playboy Cardi just dropped whole lot of red.
Wait, did he really?
Yeah, he
This is a
did.
fake
He
video.
did.
No one cares.
No, that's
No.
a
But
one
regardless
cares.
though, let's for the awards, let's just say who you got. Just say who you got. For MVP, I got Paul George.
No way.
I have
no
Paul
way.
George for the MVP.
No.
I have Russell. I said Russell. I have Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving. Okay.
Yo,
I have Paul George. I think Paul George is going to have a crazy year, especially considering Clippers are my predicted first seed. I think he's going to have a great year.
Yeah, you got to be consistent. Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Who you got, Darius?
A few days ago, I said Luca a lot, and I've been saying that for like the majority of the off season. But now, bro, I do think Kyrie's gonna win it, bro. I'm not even gonna.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm not
Yes,
even.
sir.
Gobeld's about to cry because I said that, but
I'm not mad, yo. I don't care.
Giannis
have-
is also my sleeper pick, though.
if he
Yeah,
has to like be
I
so
know.
good, like
I know he has to be crazy.
It has to be like a top. No, it has to be like a top 5 season of all time.
No.
Yeah,
see,
I can definitely see Giannis doing that.
I don't know
actually.
how you can voter fatigue him, especially if he has the best record in the league.
Exactly. That's the
Because
thing.
voter fatigue only happens to people who like their teams fall off next year. Like you may put up good stats, but your team in general fell off from the year before.
Yeah.
So like when people say LeBron got voter fatigue or whatever, it's because his team wasn't as good. Like LeBron doesn't care about getting the first seed. But if the Bucks have the best record in the league again, and Giannis is going to put up MVP numbers, you can't not give it to him. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if he's playing.
That's just going to be the craziest. That's going to be the craziest shit ever.
He has to have a better season than what he did last year. Like that's not a debate. Come on.
I literally think he could have the same exact season. And
I mean, if he gets
MVP.
the minutes, he can definitely do it.
He's playing more minutes. He's gonna play more minutes.
Oh, if he's playing more minutes.
The only thing that can
then
trump that.
he's definitely gonna.
Yeah, if he gets
The only
okay.
thing that can
Yeah, if he
trump
gets
that
the
is,
minutes,
like,
it's over. It's over.
Yeah, bro, come on now. Only thing that can trump that is like some team in the West, like the Blazers got the first seed. So like even they may not have the best record in the league, but they like the Blazers got the first seed and Dame's dropping like 30. Then I would give it to Dame over Giannis. You know what I'm saying? It's
Okay, but who you got, JSmooth?
I got D Book.
Yes,
like I
sir.
said, I think the
Love
Suns
the
will win 60
prediction.
games. D Book is gonna make it. Sleeper picks: Jokic, Jokic and Giannis and PG. Those are like my three sleepers that could actually win.
If PG won an MVP, NBA Twitter wouldn't even know what to do, bro.
You know what? He's probably not gonna get a vote because people hate him too much, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Now next award, y'all want to go to D-Boy?
Yeah, go to D-Boy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start off on mine. I don't care. DeAndre Ayton. Come on, baby. Let's go, boy. DeAndre Ayton is going to anchor the Suns' defense.
Oh, my goodness. Yo.
Yes, he is. He's
got
going to
Anthony
anchor
Davis.
that Suns defense. Yeah. Yeah, AD.
Yeah.
I actually got Ben Simmons.
Really?
He's gonna have a
Really?
yeah.
Nice pick.
He's gonna have a monster defensive year. He honestly, did he get hurt last year? Ben Simmons?
He did.
At the end of the year.
Okay,
Honestly,
because like
Giannis
at a
could
point in time,
still win it.
at a point in time, I actually thought he should have won Defensive Player of the Year last year, but that was just my opinion. I think he's gonna be great, bro. I think he's gonna be great.
All right, who do you got, Vito?
I have Anthony Davis. I just think the media is going to give it to him.
Yeah, I
'cause
think this year the media's
they,
just
they gave
diss
it
right
to
him.
Yeah, I
him.
know.
I'm not gonna lie.
They gave it to him last year.
Yeah, they're gonna dick right this guy to the Defensive Player of the Year probably.
Yeah, literally no cap. Like
All
they
'cause-
about to campaign like Dame did for the All-Star team.
All right,
All because he quote unquote got snubbed last year.
all right.
I mean, it was debatable.
Rookie of the year.
No, it
Rookie of the year.
wasn't.
I got
got-
LaMelo Ball.
I
know he
I
put his
just think-
stinger
I just think-
last game, but he gonna get better.
Actually, I actually have
think-
James Wiseman for
I mean,
Rookie
that's
of the
fair.
Year.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's my number 2 pick, honestly.
Pat Will is a sleeper though. Pat Will, bro.
Pat Will is mine, yeah. It was
Don't
kind of
sleep
hard.
on Pat Will.
He's the only one that like Wiseman's probably gonna be the only one in like a winning situation
Sleeping.
that I could think of.
potential.
I mean Denny too, but I doubt Denny is like breaking out this year at least.
He's not.
Okay, let's just move on to the next one. Most improved player.
6 man. Oh, most improved.
I got MPJ.
Me too.
Ooh,
I feel like that's the obvious pick though.
No, I
I don't
have
think that's
DA.
obvious. I don't think that's obvious.
I have DA.
Because like people be.
You know what? Can you even switch to Shea? Because Shea would have to have like a big jump, like 19 and 25.
They're just not gonna
Even
win.
then.
That's just it. Like
Yeah,
they're just
yeah.
not gonna win.
Yes, I'm not gonna pick Shea. Yeah, I'm gonna pick MPJ too. I'm gonna stick to my pick.
I have MPJ, but I do believe that Jaren Jackson is a huge sleeper for this pick because it really just depends on how his defense translates. Because if he just can't stay on the court, then like fuck it, like I'm not gonna pick him. But I think his offensive game, like, add some post moves here or there. His shooting is already where it needs to be. He just needs to improve on what he's been doing. But my secure pick is Michael Porter Jr. though.
All right, since you picked MPJ, I'm gonna switch mine to my backup, which was Christian Wood.
My backup
great
was
pick, great pick.
my backup was DeAndre Ayton.
My main is DA. Come on, man. DA got that dough. Crazy.
Do y'all think it's impossible for sophomores to win most improved though? Because
It's just not likely, but
because Luka low-key should have won it.
I think there was a rule that forbidden them for doing it, but I guess
it's kind of like it's a rule, but it's not an official rule, but it's a rule. Like it's not like it's just not very likely like second year players win it.
All right.
Okay.
That's so. Wait, did you say who? Oh yeah, you said DeAndre Ayton. Okay. At 6th man of the year, I got Karis LeVert.
Same.
That's my first pick.
Karis
My
LeVert.
second pick, Jordan
Yeah,
Clarkson.
second pick was Jordan Clarkson. Me. Third pick was Montrez.
hey,
My second was
Yeah,
Travis.
same.
hey, I got Will Barton.
Oh my gosh.
What a good way.
Wait,
This
he
guy
came
just
out the
wants to
bench?
be different, bro. He just
I'm not
he
being
came-
different.
He came out the bench yesterday.
Yeah, he's a bench player now, and I'm definitely I have Will Barton.
KPJ
Bro,
is
he
gonna be on this
doesn't-
list. Telling y'all.
He doesn't even want that role.
Kevin
bro.
Porter Jr. gonna
He doesn't want the role, but that doesn't mean he's not gonna drop buckets while he's getting it.
Kevin Porter Jr. about to be on the list. Guarantee it. Anyway.
When he gets out of jail.
Okay. he got his charges got dropped. So.
Oh,
Anyway,
God.
and finally, Coach of the Year.
Oh, this is easy.
Monty.
I got Monty.
I think
Williams,
Monty.
yeah. If not him, Steve Nash.
Frank Vogel is my second pick.
Steve
though.
Nash.
For me, if not Monty Williams, bro, I have Malone.
No,
Mike
I feel
Malone.
like the media just wants to give this shit to Steve Nash, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he's like
It's a fact.
everyone lives.
No, they're gonna
Steve
call Kyrie
Nash,
the
bro.
coach, yo. They're gonna call Kyrie's gonna be coming to the locker room. I'm the coach.
Honestly, bro,
the Nets gonna finish top 2 in the East, and they're gonna be like, yo, let's just give it to Nash. Why not?
not gonna lie, bro. If Nash, what if Nash never wins a ring with the Nets, yo? Like,
I mean,
if that
I
happens,
think he has a ring with
Like-
the Warriors, doesn't he? Technically,
He does.
does that technically
No,
count?
I wouldn't count it. I don't. It's not.
Nah,
it's
I
not
don't
a.
think so.
No, I'm saying like, does that count on like his resume?
No,
Oh,
I
it
really
does.
don't
It
think
does.
so.
Wow, it does. As a consultant, as a consultant, he's a 2-time NBA champion. Wow. So I guess
Yeah,
he
he was-
does have 2 rings.
I don't really play it. You got to be a player. You got to be a player.
Yeah.
So
But if he gets it as a coach,
I mean, if he's a guy,
I
if
guess
he
he
gets to the
finally gets
coach,
that
like,
ring.
yeah, that's pretty impressive.
yeah, it is. But yeah, man, that's really all of our picks for
This was a long
these
pod.
awards.
Extremely
Yeah,
long.
this is long as hell.
Jesus.
But
we
it's
should
to
do
be
a part 1,
expected.
part 2. Baby. I don't know, man. Yo,
Y'all want to drop part 1, part 2?
Should we do that?
if it's
Nah,
extremely
really,
long, bro.
there's no point.
I mean, we've
honestly.
had long
This shit-
pods before. Remember?
Yeah, what are we at? Like 2 hours, 20 minutes?
Exactly. Holy shit! How did you know?
Yo, Bino got a third eye, yo. He been hanging around with
Well,
Kyrie.
we did
I mean,
start it.
I'm
like,
gonna edit some things,
2.
but
Not
it's
2.
2 hours and 20
Nah.
minutes recording. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a
I mean, like, what was our longest pod ever? Like, I think it was like 1.2 hours and 30.
2:30.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh! Yeah. Literally, like, the last pod was 2 hours and 30.
Hey, bro, we can help on a long car ride when you get back home from your parents during Christmas. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Well, you
well,
guys subscribe to the channel, follow us all on our socials, and make sure you leave those 5 stars, get those downloads in. Am I missing anything?
nah.
Yes,
You got
sir.
it. Y'all stay safe. We out, man.
Yeah,
Bye.
Merry Christmas. Yeah,
Merry Christmas,
Happy
y'all.
holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Yeah,
Christmas.
Merry
Stay
Christmas
safe.
to everybody, bro.
Merry
Yo,
Christmas.
who just blew a kiss to my fans?
was good,
bro?
Buzz.
I gotta blow a kiss to the fans, bro. You know, gotta kiss the homies. You know what I mean?
This guy.
Y'all are the homies, yo. Just letting y'all know.
All right, we out, man. Merry Christmas.
All right.
Yeah.
Merry
Merry
Christmas. Bye.
Christmas to you all.
Yo, what's